Hey guys, good evening and welcome to my exciting channel. We're discussing Mandela effects of the like. Thanks for joining and welcome all Mandela effectings. Hey, so we kind of ran overtime last night and we were getting into the discussion of ancient pyramids, and somebody in the chat brought up that there's actually like 10 pyramids now where there used to be only 3. So I kind of wanted to talk about that with you guys also, all these ancient structures that we're seeing. And so I have Teresa on the line with me. She always keeps me hip on some of the latest Mandela effects. She's noticed some strange things with the R's too. Teresa, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you.
Yeah, say hi to everyone.
Hi, everybody.
Hey. Yeah, Teresa Lynch. She's one of my top residue hunters. She's very good at what she does, and she always keeps me on top of what's going on. So yeah, Teresa, tell us about this R thing going on with Victoria's Secret. You said.
Yes, actually I was at the mall earlier today, paying some bills, and I was looking at some of the stores, and I've noticed a lot of stores with the R's in them. One of them I found called Things Remembered, personalized gifts, where you can get things engraved, like paper holders, anything that you can put on your desk. Gifts for Christmas time. And when I looked at the R, both of the R's look like horns. The R is not even regular. It's like the horn.
Okay.
Some of the R comes out like really far.
What do you think may be happening with these R's? Those don't look like regular R's.
No, they don't. Lane Bryant was another one that I noticed today.
Okay, Lane Bryant. We got Victoria's Secret.
Lane Bryant, the L and the A is now connected officially. I never liked that before. The L and the A are now officially connected.
Okay, is that? Gosh. Okay, I'm looking at the logo, not the.
You can show it.
Okay, let me see. I'm checking Logopedia just to be sure. I mean, I know we can't. Oh, wow. Holy mo! No. This is. Guys, look at. There's another lane.
I'm gonna send it to you. This is in the mall.
Yeah, but I don't know if you actually checked Logopedia, Teresa. But if you look on here, the R and the A are joined in one of the logos. I'm not sure, but yeah, the R does look kind of weird. The L and the A, you said, and also in some of these, the A is broken. So there's.
The L and the A was never connected because I actually have a credit card for them. I actually go in and pay my bills all the time. That L and the A was never connected. It was like a regular L. And now it's connected, like one complete line.
Okay. And you also mentioned Sears. I think you spoke to me about Sears briefly.
Oh yeah, I just sent you Sears. Sears, the R. I don't know if you mentioned it in one of your past videos, but I noticed the R having a horn, and now there's lines throughout the letters. In other words, it's like if you take and you start tracing in the middle of it. I sent you a picture of it if you want to bring it up.
I don't know if you can see my screen, see the screen, Teresa, but I'm looking at both the uppercase.
I don't have you up. I'm actually talking to you. I don't have you visually up yet.
It's okay. I'm looking at these letters here, the R and the A. The R has a little wavy, curvy thing to it. I did sort of document that back in October. It was still like that, so that to me is not a change. However, I'm not ruling it out that it might be a change for you. You know what I'm saying? What's strange?
The R has got a horn in it. New York and Company.
Okay. Well, one last thing about the Sears I want to point out to you guys here in the R and the A's is that the lowercase version of Sears actually has something like a red. It's like it's underlining the R and the A. It's trying to really point it out to you, trying to make it stand out. So what was the other one you said?
Anthony Company, and I said the R looks like a horn.
Hang on, which one? Anthony and Company?
Yeah, New York and Company. I sent it to you.
Wait, Anthony and Company. You talking about the hair salon?
New York and Company. New York and Company.
Oh, New York and Company. Okay.
I've noticed there's been a lot of, even like the Target logo, when you look at the R, like all the R's are having horns.
Yeah,
they're going crazy with the R's.
Yeah, and I understand that's like a sign of like style and all that. But another one, somebody else in the chat, not in this particular one, but in one of my videos, they pointed out about Welch's. Have you seen the Welch's logo? The W looks
No, not
funky.
yet. Not yet. And another one that is a big Mandela for me, which you know about, I don't know if your audience knows about it. A secret to me, I remember Victoria's Secret, and I asked a lot of people about that. But now that this Victoria's Secret, now there's a Mandela on top of Mandela. Now the R looks like if you bring it up and you see it, the R looks really weird. So now it's a double Mandela for me, being Victoria's Secret, and also the R, and this now new whatever changed to Mandela logo. It's now the R now looks really weird.
Well, not to mention that Rena Jaceel, she mentioned to me that the R and the A's are also the same as the R and the E's, like Ra and Re are like referring to the same Egyptian god.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, that's not the big G, that's little g, God of this world, I'm pretty sure. So this Victoria's Secret, what was the other one you said? Oh, wait, real quick. I'm not sure if you guys had noticed, I did a video on Dollar General a while back. Dollar General, to me, it changed back in November, October and November. I seen the first R change and then the second one changed. And both of the R's have horns on them, and the D does as well. Let me just pull that up for you. Not Dollar Tree, I meant Dollar General. It's another one of those dollar stores. And who is the guy that owns it? Isn't it like Sonny Perdue? I think Sonny Perdue. He's a corrupt guy. I heard he's not quite a good fellow. It seems like this Mandela effect is exposing the evil. But you see, I know there's like these older signs. Okay, the ones with the older signs, you can still see there's something on the R's. You guys see that? Some kind of horn. Well, look, when you look at the new logo. Look, there's no way that was from 2009. I remember these R's being perfectly straight, and now they're curved right here on both of these. And the D has a horn on it.
Yep.
I'm remembering these straight. These R's were straight, then they changed. They were actually like triangle. It's hard to explain. I know the Mandela effect's crazy. And I even like woke up a few people. Yeah, and you were telling me, you know how you were talking to those people outside the Payless store? You were talking to that security guard. Even he woke up to the Mandela effect.
Yes, yeah, you have him. Do you still have the recording?
It's in my voicemail. I can't do it while I'm on the phone with you. But I still have that saved. But notice how the G. Notice how this G. I pointed that out too. How the little triangles cut out of it. Just like we're seeing, what is that thing we saw? The bear paints. That's another one that changed for me recently too. The bear paints.
I'm sorry, the what?
Bear. You know, the company Bear Paints, and I could have sworn I traced it.
What's mine with that one?
37 up until now. I'm waiting for. Okay, there it is. Now. I'm trying to remember if there was this horn on the R. I just noticed it's very pronounced now. It's even more pronounced than what it was. But all these triangle cutouts on the B, the B, the E, and the R. And I don't think that's possible since 1947. We're seeing some patterns to these letters, and I wish I could fully work it out. I'm trying to decode it all, and I'm sure a lot of you are too. So if you guys have any suggestions as to what you think it might be, go ahead and say so in the live chat. We'll talk about a few things. I think it was, we talked about Ra being the number 88 on the periodic table of the elements. What were some other things you mentioned? Oh, and by the way, Rena Jaceel sent me these pyramids. This is like some residue of the Great Pyramid and the other pyramids. Now we have 10 pyramids. At Giza, which I'll show you that in just a moment. This is a continuation of what we were talking about yesterday. Yeah, so this is just some residue here of the pyramids.
Oh, I have residue for Sally's beauty supply, a bunch, and that one drove me really crazy. I don't know if you want to talk about that one. I've been going to them since the early 1990s because I dye my hair a lot, And I knew it was Sally's getting supply, but when you try to ask them, they look at you like,
your head will probably explode. But anyway, here. Hey, wait, Teresa. Hey, hey. I'm not sure. There's a slight echo. Archaic. Is that on your end? Or
yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you just fine. Hey, brother, how you doing?
Sorry about all that, dude. I have Firefox downloaded and I use Google, and I didn't have any of that downloaded. Man, my computer froze up. I was like, wow.
No, it's okay. It's all good. Is this your first time doing Hangouts?
Yes, it's the first time.
Okay, welcome aboard, brother. For all of you who don't know, this is Archaic Outlaw. He has a good, strong support of Mandela effects, and he talks about some of the Bible changes, and also, you want to tell him a little bit else what you're kind of delving into too?
I try to cover. I do a lot of Mandela effect stuff, but I guess I started kind of a quest 11 years ago, and that has led me where I'm at now. So I kind of thought, I mean, it's just my opinion. I know that Brian, he shares like that completely. But I kind of come to the conclusion that we may be in some type of a simulation or hologram. Mandela effect, it just made it easier for me to accept it when I came across the Berenstain Bears thing. That's kind of where it's brought me to, where I'm at now.
Yeah, and how did you feel about that when it first happened to you? Like what was your first reaction? Like, were you hair on the back of your neck standing up, or what kind of reaction did you have?
And it blew me away because I remember the Berenstain Bears. I had the books as a kid, and I specifically remember having a conversation with my mom about the pronunciation and the way that it was spelled, and it was AIN. It I don't know, it blew me away. I mean, and I've been, I guess you could say, addicted to the Mandela effect since then. Studying it for the last 16 months, as deep as I could. Actually, the first one that got me even aware of the Mandela effect, it was that Thanksgiving is on the fourth Thursday of November. What I was always taught that it was the third Thursday. It was always celebrating it. 15 to celebrate it on the third Thursday, and found out that it was on the fourth, and I was like, man, what is going on? So later, that many other people shared that same memory too. So that was some of the first ones that got me in the beginning. That made me question my reality. It still blows me away, but honestly, I like it. When I see a change like that, it just reminds me that life is not as it seems.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, it makes it more interesting, and it's there's never a dull moment, right? I mean, with the Mandela effect, because we probably wouldn't even be talking right now if the Mandela effect wasn't around, would we?
Tremendous amount of people together.
It's bringing a lot of people together. How many Facebook groups are you a part of, like with the Mandela effect? Are you a part of any of those?
Yeah, I think I'm a part of about 3 different groups, 2 or 3 groups. I'm not sure.
And what would you say is like the biggest group out of all the Facebook ones?
I'm not sure really. Honestly, I have another social media site that I go to. Which I don't want to. I'm trying not to keep it a little bit anonymous where I go, but I go to that one the majority of the time. But I do go to Facebook. I recently posted a few videos there. Which one are you part of?
Oh gosh, I'm like Teresa probably signed me up for 10 of them. I'll be honest with you. So how people add you to the list and everything, and I've actually had. Let me ask you this: have you had anybody like disapprove any of your Mandela effects or anything? Have you had anyone disapprove? Like
personally or online?
No, like online on Facebook, because like some of the administrators have become like tightwads or something like that sometimes. They ever done that?
A lot of times I thought we have a but for some reason I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't. You know, ones I think is going to blow me away. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. I'm trying to get Melissa in here. She wanted to join in too, if that's cool with you, man.
Oh, yeah, man. Sure.
Yeah, she's like heavily into the Bible. Uh, Hold on, just give
They
me a
say
second. You
sometimes
can keep talking about the. Yeah, it's okay. I'm gonna try to get her in here while I'm doing that. You can go ahead and keep tell everybody, you know, like how are other people dealing with the Mandela effect around you? Like your loved ones, friends, family, are they accepting of it? Or do you have anyone you can talk to?
I have one friend at work. We kind of talk about it, but as far as people seriously being affected and looking into as much as me, I'm the only one, you know, and just the people online that I meet. But like when I saw that the word Italy was in the New Testament, you know, for me, I always remembered it being Rome, and I had to look it up. I looked it up in my grandmother's Bible, my grandfather, you know, my Bible, and I started looking it up everywhere, and I just couldn't believe it. You know, she kind of got angry, you know, when I told her I thought stuff was changing. She's like, "Where are you learning this stuff at?" And it's like, you know, just my own studies. And so for the most part, with my family, I really don't bring it up that much anymore. So I just kind of so on a personal level, I really don't have anyone to talk to about it.
I mean, yeah, that's. I mean, that's. Sorry, that's probably an echo on my end. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hey, yeah. I mean, I know it's rough. I know it can be rough. Trying to deal with loved ones and yeah, I know how the Mandela effect it kind of like splits people up sometimes, and it's like that whole thing with Sean Austin and Sean Astin. I know a lot of people could swear it was Astin, but I know in my heart it was Austin, and
Yeah,
there's certain things that are dear to you, and
yeah,
like the Goonies was one of my favorite movies as a kid.
mine too.
Yours too?
I wasn't 100% sure on his spelling, but like the one you're showing now,
Hmm.
I remember watching him, so I don't remember Osteen at all. Crazy.
No, you're not crazy. No, it's
Sometimes I feel crazy.
I tell people honestly, I have like the holy trinity when it comes to psychiatrists and everything. I have a psychiatrist, I have a psychologist, and I have a therapist. I've got all three in a mix. And don't ask me why; it's a long story. But they all believe me with the Mandela effect. I have been going through some changes, like bodily, like back in October too. I had
Yeah.
a lot of. I don't know if you noticed anything too. Did you notice any major changes? Like, seemed like October, November was a really big change for a lot of folks.
Um, Personally, I've been through a lot of stuff in the last 11 years, specifically half. So I would say for me, December was a pretty hard month. A lot of changes came in my life in December. Starting with the uncle that passed away, um, it just some pretty big Mandela effects hit me, and just really my life's completely changed since December.
Um,
Like it comes in waves.
I just sent the link to, and I apologize for all that rustling in the background. Teresa's still on the line with me. Teresa, you did you go through any changes? We're talking about some body changes. Did you go through any weird changes back from October or December in that time frame?
Come on, talk about my eyes changing color.
Yes, she's dead set on her eyes changing color. I've noticed mine have lightened up a lot. What's that?
My eyes were dark brown before, and no, I don't wear contacts. I wear glasses, and they were dark brown, and I showed pictures to Brian and everything, and they started turning like green, like light green. And you've seen the pictures, right?
Yeah, I've seen those pictures. Yeah. So
Today they're darker again. I don't know how eyes can change colors. That's a new one on me. I don't know. Is that physically possible?
Yeah, it's possible. But Teresa, was that your biggest change that you noticed, or did you notice other changes as well? Definitely, the ears ringing was a huge one for me, and the headaches.
Gosh, the ears, oh my gosh. Yeah, every couple of days, whenever we have a shift, my ears will start ringing, and I'll be hearing like a noise. I don't have no idea what that is. And it's like butter. Like, it's like that feeling like a deafening noise. Does that make sense? And it gives you like a really bad migraine. Like, you'll get really bad headaches. Like really bad headaches. And I don't suffer from tinnitus or anything.
I know exactly.
It seems like every time this happens, the next day there's like more Mandela changes. It's like you're going through a shift. It's like your body knows it.
Yes, and it seemed like the minds maybe tried to tell us something about this 2012 being this end of an age or something like that, start of another age. But I don't think anyone knew about the Mandela effect or anything until like 2015. It had to be like the middle of it, and I feel bad. Like I joined up in the Mandela effect like September last year. I didn't really believe in it at first, and then I started seeing these changes like little by little. I took the test. I was actually I wasn't out there to disprove it by all means, but everyone who tries to disprove or debunk the Mandela effect, they fail every time because, right? Am I right, guys? Because
you can't walk away from it.
No,
I'm going to walk through the mall and I'm looking up like, okay, no, that's wrong. Okay, that was right.
and their excuse is what? The companies are just changing logos. You know, that seems to be a common denominator. What they say.
Some of them could be an actual change, but most of them are not. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them are Mandelas.
Right, and how do you explain Bible changes? You know, when your grandmother's Bible changes before her eyes,
Bible changes.
You know, how do you explain that to someone? You know, without sounding like a major conspiracy theorist. You know, and I know it's hard. I know it is. But I'm glad we have each other for support out here. And I'm just opening up the table. You know, I'm working through the Spirit to you know, just let the Spirit guide our discussion, and whatever you guys want to talk about, I'm up for it. We were continuing the discussion of the pyramids, and then Rena Jaceel, she just sent me something real quick I want to share with you guys. I don't know if you've noticed the Wells Fargo that we're seeing. The Wells Fargo logo has changed. I know it was not like this.
Changed again?
The A and the R are joined, and the R has a hook on it.
Oh no.
Yeah, so
it
kind of makes you wonder about these companies. It does make you wonder, are they good or bad companies? I'm not going to say these guys are necessarily bad. We're dealing with the forces. What is it? Ephesians 6:12. Somebody quote that for me. You know, I'm sure you know it. We're dealing with the forces behind these things. Okay, so 2009 up until now. I mean, can anyone vouch for that it's actually been like that whole time? I mean, I know it's hard to believe. And also, let me point out that the WE is connected also.
Let me look at the Wells Fargo. I want to look at it myself because I seen it the other day.
It's almost like they copycatted Men's Warehouse. And
that's another big one for me. And I found plenty of residue on that one. Actually, you know the show called The Office?
Really? Yes.
The older show, The Office?
Yes.
They actually have a video on YouTube. If you go on YouTube, he's actually talking about the warehouse, and you can clearly see the name of the title, Warehouse, spelled correctly, and also in the captions, stuff like that. And people's comments below are actually saying warehouse the way it used to be spelled. So you've got all the residue in one thing. And I found other warehouse also on Facebook and other places on the internet. I found plenty of residue on that one. Remember that one I shared with you before?
Yeah, Teresa, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't get to introduce Jelly. And if you're just joining for the first time here, Jelly, she just jumped in the conversation with us. Jelly, give a shout out.
Hey, young.
Hi. Hi,
hey.
Brian. Hi, Teresa. And who else am I saying hi to?
Shout out to Archaic. He's new with us. This is his first time doing Hangouts, so I figured we'd give him a nice warm welcome.
Well, hey. It's nice to meet you too. I missed the first part of all this. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean I love the idea that we can do Hangouts together, and anytime, you know, I'm thinking about doing it more than just Fridays, like seriously. And my life and my devotion, okay, is to helping people out and waking everyone up. I don't care what it does to me, okay? I'm at my wit's end. You know, the Mandela effect is going to expose the corruption, and we are seeing it now, as manifested by all these clues that we're seeing, clues that the grand masters or whatever have left behind for us. Now, who those grand masters are, I don't know, or who is behind it. We have yet to see. But so Archaic, any words on some of those? Do you have any possible decodings to any of this, or have you made
The same as what's causing it.
no? I mean, have you noticed like patterns, any patterns going on with Mandela effect or anything?
Really, for me personally, it seems like they're kind of random. I don't know if I've seen any patterns.
But you recall in the King James it definitely saying when Paul was on his way to Rome, not Italy, right?
Sure. I never remember Italy being involved.
Because it would have been.
And I know this a lot.
I heard someone say it was supposed to be Italia. Was that you? Did you say that? I think in your video.
Yeah, I mean, I did a little more research on it, and you can say that Italy was at the time because I think it was since I've looked at it, but I think Augustus coined that, which was so it is possible that it could be called Italy, but probably would have been the more correct way to say it. I truly don't remember Italy being in there. I always remembered it being referred to as Rome.
Yeah, exactly. Jelly, you remember some stuff, and I think I might have asked you. I hate asking too many questions. I don't want to like freak anyone out whenever I ask a lot of questions, but you know, like there's this new phrase, must needs be. Have you ever heard of that in the Bible? Has anyone ever heard of must needs be or must needs? That just sounds weird. I've seen that a few times in the King James.
Honestly.
I don't remember it, but I mean, no, I don't remember that. Must needs be? No.
Yes, it's like it pops up a couple times in the New Testament.
Maybe it was the wineskins.
Could it be a glitch?
That was pretty big.
What was? What'd you say, Archaic? I'm sorry. It's a little bit delayed.
Fine. When Jesus was talking about the old, you know, you can't put old wineskins and how it says bottles now. I remember doing a study about it. You know, you can't put it in old wineskins because it's fanned and burst because it's, you know, older. And bottles, it was pretty crazy to me. You know, I did a whole study, couldn't put it into old wineskins. That was another pretty big one for me that I thought was pretty insane.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see what some people are. Anyone in the chat? Yeah, everyone's checking. Yes.
Can I say something?
Everyone's checking out their eyes now. Yeah, Teresa, what do you want to say? Sorry.
I'm switching out of what Scrappy Dude just said a little while ago. He said, we never had a circle on the outside of our iris before. And now he says, look at your eyes. We now have a dark outline, Teresa. I really want to see this. Where's my mirror? Do you see anything?
Like a black spot around the iris, you mean? Like a black circle around it?
He said, the circle is new for me, but it's there. Do you know why websites call it a shadow? He says, we now have a dark outline.
Yeah, that seems crazy. I did notice that. I actually did notice that, guys. Did you notice that?
I don't know, but I want to look now.
The black circle around your iris. Did you ever notice that? That's pretty crazy, Scrappy.
Well,
Yeah, it's an outline. Sorry, it's like an outline.
Oh my gosh! You might want to get your mirror out. Yes, it's new. It's bizarre. It's like somebody took a marker and started drawing around, and oh my gosh.
Yes,
Before.
I did notice that too. I'm on that one. I did notice it a couple years ago. I never like said anything about it. I thought it was just part of my genetics or something. I never noticed the yeah. Just you know how it's like you gradually learn to you get like these updates, I guess, in your brain, and you don't see the old change, and maybe that's why we're having a hard time waking up, folks.
Wow.
But
I see what Scrappy's talking about. Thank you, Scrappy.
yeah, thanks, Scrappy. I appreciate that. That may be something worth bringing up too. Teresa, will you make a note of that one, please?
Yes.
Yeah, make a note of the outline around the eye.
Yes, got it. Duly noted.
Okay, and put Scrappy's name by that. Okay.
Okay.
Scrappy Dude.
Scrappy Dude.
Yeah.
Scrappy Dude.
Ta-da.
Ta-da.
Yeah.
Ta-da.
Yeah. So
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. No problem, Scrappy. I didn't even notice that one. That one got by me. I mean, I wonder how many other changes in our bodies, Brian, that we're missing out on, that we're not seeing.
Yeah, well,
checking.
And that's another thing. I did ask Dr. Lupo about the ribs, and do you guys remember what he was saying? Because I remember him more focusing on like he was focused on like the heart, you know, like he was talking about that. Did you guys notice anything with the ribs? I mean, it's hard to say because we're not doctors. It's like that hyoid bone, that new hyoid bone in the neck. I would love to produce a video on that, but I don't want to produce something that could be a lie. I don't know about that. So therefore, it's like all these Mandela animals that we keep seeing now. You know, have you guys ever heard of the bat that floats around and pollinates flowers? You know, that one was kind of weird to me.
Oh, yeah.
I've never heard of that. So I did post that one. It was kind of interesting, and I just posted it as an anomaly, you know, and I didn't know what I was going to expect out of that. But it was ironic that the video that I posted came from the Smithsonian Institution.
Ah.
What do you guys think about the Smithsonian Institution? Let's talk about that too. That's another can of worms.
I don't remember the Smithsonian Institute for me.
And the Drug Enforcement Administration or agency, you know, that's kind of a one to wrap your mind around.
Pretty big one too.
Have you noticed any new changes yourself? Any, yeah, Emmys. You seen any new ones?
Seen that many lately.
And they don't just have to be like stuff in Hollywood or anything. I know we just lost Adam West. Okay, R.I.P. Adam West. He died at 88 years old. Yeah, some people are saying he might have died before, but the only problem there is he was actually starring in. He was like he played the mayor of Quahog or something like that in that show. That's my son, by the way, Seth MacFarlane. So the Family Guy. That really is my son's name, by the way, for all you guys out there in the chat. Yeah, go ahead. You know, have fun with that one. But yeah, so that's the only problem there, trying to prove that he died before. What was that other one you tried to tell me? Are you there? You were telling me about Louis Anderson. That's another topic too.
I forgot to do on that one for you.
How many of you guys out there in the chat, and how many guys here with me? Jelly, do you guys know about Louis Anderson dying? Comedian?
No, I don't have any idea.
Okay, I haven't heard of Louis Anderson, so that's why I kind of avoided doing a video on it. But I mean, if somebody wants me to, I will. You know, like if people ask me, I'll do a video on it just to put it out there for people.
Jerry Lewis supposedly died before too, and somebody was talking about one of the chats about that. Now, I'm not talking about Jerry Lewis, the one who plays the music. I'm talking about the comedian who does the telethon. Supposedly he died before too, and he's alive. Another one I'm curious about. Do you know about that one?
Okay, Jelly's showing us something here with the body. Is this some possible residue?
No,
Is this
this is the anatomy book that I had when I was in school. But you can see see how tiny the lungs are now?
wow? Maybe that's
And
why.
then-
Maybe that's why I don't know. That's why I don't notice breathing so much. So it.
That's why I
And then-
can't even get myself breathing.
And
I
then
go,
look at that.
yeah,
There's your liver and your small and large intestines.
And I don't recall the liver being that high up, you guys.
Yeah, and
Do
then
you?
look, there's your kidneys.
No. Yes, too.
the kidneys changed.
Yes, I think Dr. Lupo did make a comment on that.
And then,
I'm
let's
actually
see.
I'm thankful that they moved the kidneys up higher to protect them, though. If that's the case,
Much smaller the lungs look, man.
what's that?
Crazy how small the lungs look.
Hold on, sorry. What were you saying, Archaic? Sorry.
No, I'm just saying how crazy, how small the lungs look. That is just crazy. And also the holes in the skull.
Oh,
Yes,
here's
and I know Harmony Mandela effect. He claims that he did find that one. I don't know who actually found it, but hey, extra kudos. Do you guys remember the legs sort of bowing in that far? Go down to the legs. You guys see those knees? I don't remember them like they're almost like touching on the inside. That's not what I recall. I recall the bones being more straight, not bowed inward like that. And if you guys noticed, you probably, like me, I noticed I'm getting knee pains, like, okay, in my right knee, like as if it's like right here on the inside. I don't know, maybe I need to drink more milk or something, get some more calcium in me.
That's funny.
Or is that all a lie? I don't know.
here's the heart.
I don't know what to believe anymore, especially if it comes out of NASA's mouth or CNN's mouth. I tune it out.
And then let's see. Right there's the heart again.
Oh, yeah. So it's showing it right there, practically in the middle.
Right.
But
like,
it seems a little bit too high, though. Shouldn't it be down just a tiny bit lower? Right there. It should be down just a tiny bit lower.
I remember
And there's actual residue. I could try to find that clip for you guys, but there's a clip from Indiana Jones Temple of Doom where the bad guy, he reaches in and grabs that guy's heart, like it was like slightly, it was like, here's the middle of the chest. It was like right over here to the left some. So that was kind of weird. So there's some residue there. But I mean, aside from all of that, this whole Mandela effect seems like it's getting more and more personal with people. And I know, like Erin, she probably will get mad at me if I don't mention this to you guys, but there's actually like some YouTube videos where like people are remembering like going on walks or certain paths, and now that path is gone or something like that. There's hotels popping up everywhere. I know I invited Life Matrix and Scarab to see if they could talk about that some. So they may join, they may not. But yeah, they were talking about hotels popping up out of nowhere and lakes and rivers popping up out of nowhere, and some of them where there's like a freeway and now there's not, or something like that. So I'm wondering. I mean, what's their goal? What is their agenda? You know what I'm saying? What is the ultimate goal of the elite people? That's what I wonder. Like, so let's see. Okay, so thanks, Data Junkie. I appreciate that. He says right here, buy some glucosamine, chondroitin supplements to enhance the meniscus. Okay, great. I'm gonna like copy that one so I remember that. Thanks, Junkie. Okay, so yeah, apparently you guys must have some like like real good knowledge about this stuff. Thanks for sharing that. I really do. Do appreciate that. Teresa, you sound like you were going to say something, or was that just your phone making noise?
Oh.
What?
Look what I just found.
Okay, what is that?
Did you want to tell him about the Death to Liberty? Did you know about that? What would happen?
Yeah, Archaic. What about the Statue of Liberty? Do you remember where it was located for you? And don't feel bad if you're on the other end of the spectrum. I don't like put anyone on the spot. So, where did you what?
In the beginning, was finding out Liberty Island. Heard of Liberty Island. So for sure, remember it being Ellis.
Yeah, it seems to be the. Huh?
Is there something wrong?
It just like a little bit of delay there. Sorry.
Sorry. For sure, being on Ellis Island, I've never even heard. Prior to the Mandela effect, I'd never even heard of the Liberty Island. Big one for me. I remember pouring over that for several days. It kind of took me back, but it seems to be a few changes. The flame seems to be smaller to me too. It's not quite as big as it used to be.
Okay, and there's another change apparently. M. Pearl is saying the Empire State Building is different. I'm asking him what's different about it. Yeah, really hitting home run with me there because my great grandfather actually helped build that. He was a bricklayer.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that would be really personal for me.
What's the need for that one?
That's what I'm asking M. Pearl right now. What do you say? It's taller now? Yeah, because I know it sounds weird, but I sort of remember it being like I know the elevator stopped pretty much at the 87th floor.
97 floors.
97 floors? Is that what it is now?
97 floors.
It used to be?
Yeah, he said it is taller. Wow.
It's taller now?
Yeah, it used to be 97, then he goes, it's taller. Wow.
Gosh. I mean, somewhere I have some pictures of me and my ex-wife were actually on the edge there, and we were taking pictures of the pigeons out there looking out at everything. At one time, it actually was the tallest building in New York until they built the was it the Freedom Towers? Maybe someone can help me out there in the chat. What was the tallest building or buildings after the Empire State Building? Let's see if anyone knows that. Quiz question.
Sears Tower was tallest, I think.
Sears?
Yeah.
Freedom Tower is smaller?
Smaller.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Archaic. So it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about that lag. It's cool.
Sorry about the log.
I think you meant the lag. It's okay.
Oh, okay, the log. It's okay.
Oh, it's okay.
You know what's funny? Ever since I've had the Mandela, I can't even text right. Seriously,
Man,
I have the hardest time texting.
You guys are awesome.
My words don't want to come out right.
See, everyone here in the chat, they're like, you guys are so knowledgeable. Like I'm so thankful and blessed that I know you guys and everything. You're just sharing all kinds of, yeah. Because we got to keep looking younger, right, and healthier. So I'm all for that. Just I'm not going to use babies. I don't know about the stem cells and killing off babies to make myself look better. Oh, phones are glitching. Channel 0 says phones are glitching. That is true. Like every time I talk about Mandela effect stuff and it's like late at night, they always cut us off.
We'll be on the phone talking about it, and we'll get disconnected how many times? Every time I'm telling you about residue.
It's like 3 or 4 times a night. It seems like it happens around midnight. Yeah. It's crazy. I think they're honestly on to me. So for all of you out there who are in support of Mandela effect, please, I'm asking everyone, make a clone of some of my videos or all of them if you want. I don't care. Put it under a different name. That way they don't get shut down.
Oh, we just got a troll in here.
Yeah, we did.
See that? Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you, Data.
And another one right after it too. Oh,
Gosh, how does he keep showing up?
who is he?
Just some troll.
I want to know why he's here if he doesn't believe in it. Can you invite me? Oh yeah, now he wants to be invited. Brian, you want to take over that one?
What are you Mandela affected? Or because I don't want to like have. I mean, I don't mind.
He says troll spray.
That's right. Data Junkie's getting out that can of troll spray. But yeah, I don't mind having skeptics on here. It's all good. You know, we're all here in peace and love, and we're all here to share our experiences.
This is Scruffy Dude says no trolls, please.
Yeah, if you're going to be a troll, you know, by all means, you know. But we love you anyway.
Before, how do you say your name? Archaic? How do you say his name?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I've seen your videos before. You just look familiar. Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't know if I've ever posted anything on your videos about my Brian, about my spottings in the sky, which we talked about the other night. I don't think he might not know about that one. That's kind of an important one.
Yeah, I don't know if you know about it, but there's been people claiming they see cities in the sky. I don't know how true that is. I saw Teresa's picture. It was real fuzzy, but you could tell there was something there. If you look high enough in the clouds. What's that?
I found those to be pretty interesting. Yeah, I've seen the ones that popped up in China. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Archaic, just so you know, in the chat, like if you click on the screen or try to get that sidebar to show up, and I'm telling you guys, there's like this blue chat up there. You see the chat at the top. There's a blue like chat bubble, and then to the right, I mean, to just below that, there's a green screen share button. It'd be good to play around with that at some point. I don't know about these other buttons really. I don't mess with them too much. But at the top, you can see there's the hang up button and the video camera and the mic. So just showing you.
Somebody got banned from NASA's live feed tonight.
Oh, wait, what about? Hold on. Time out. Teresa, sorry. Really?
Somebody got banned from NASA's live feed tonight. Willie did.
Who did?
Right there in the comments. Willie.
Oh my gosh. How did you get banned, Willie? I'm curious about that. Yeah, because you know, probably because he was trying to expose Satan NASA's lies. And I'm serious. I called him Satan NASA, like Satan NASA is. If you look at the logo, you see a forked tongue. Come on, that should tell you something right there, right? Yeah, let me show you guys the NASA logo so you know what I'm talking about here. NASA's crazy. I know it wasn't like I got the Logopedia right here for you guys. See, I'm a nice guy.
Oh, there's Willie. Because I was pointing out the sunspot on the cloud, which is impossible if the sun would be 96 million miles away. He's 100% right. You hear that?
Yep. There. I saw a picture also about the snake. You could see the forked tongue on NASA. Come on, if you guys can't see that, I don't know what to tell you. But there's been a change too. It looks like this loop I thought was fully connected. I'm seeing a lot of broken loops. I don't know if you guys are seeing that. And also, look at that NASA. The A and the S are connected.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of NASA and their sun and Saturn worship, let me show you something else here about the Saturn car logo. This one blew my mind when I saw it. I was at the Walmart parking lot and actually something about it, but I didn't think it was a Mandela effect at first. Like, let me pull up the Logopedia. Yes, Saturn. Since 1985. Come on now. Look at that. You believe that? Do you believe that, guys? The A is that triangle pyramid looking A. And by the way, folks, just so you know, that little caret symbol on the keyboard happens to be right there at the number 6. It is the way it is on my keyboard. This caret symbol or lambda, whatever it's called, is right there on the 6 above the T and the Y. Here's T. The U and the R are connected. I think I did a tracing on this, but just in case, you know, yeah. What do you think about that, guys? Help me out here.
I for sure don't remember the U and R connected. Be one of the first times I've actually seen it like that. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, I never actually bought a Saturn, but I did look at that car when I was at the Toyota dealership one time. I didn't like the way the car looked or anything. Not bashing them in any way, but I just it was a Saturn Ion. Yeah. So let's see what else are people talking about in the chat. Jelly, you see anything else?
Oh yeah, hold on. Okay.
Yeah, the upside down.
Oh, gotta move my finger. Did you see this?
Oh, hey, Salted. Hey, what's up? See what? Flat Earth billboard.
Yeah.
Research Flat Earth. Wow. Wow. So, and see, somebody actually.
Richie from Boston.
Richie from Boston. Did he post that? Like.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. So I've got I want to try to reach out to him to see if we can get him to come on our show. Seriously, like he would have a lot to say. I'm sure he's done like how many videos has he done? Probably hundreds. Yeah,
I have no idea how many videos. It's a lot though, a whole lot.
Yeah,
thousands of followers.
I know it, and he has like this studio that makes him look like a DJ too.
Huh?
Yeah,
Wow.
you ever seen him in his studio? It look.
You got all his deck.
Yeah, I'm not decked out like that, but I mean.
Not yet.
No, not yet.
Not yet. Give it time.
Yeah, I'm really here just to you know, bring people's ideas out and you know, make sure that you know.
Well, Brian, do you believe in the flat Earth?
Do I? Yeah, I mean it's in the Bible. You know, it's I respect that.
Arcade. How do you say it?
Archaic.
Arcade.
Hoping that I don't open up a negative can of worms. I know it's very, it's not popular to think the Earth is round in this community. See, I have a 100-ton captain's license. Part of the training and part of the testing, we had to learn about the curvature of the Earth, like when we're navigating. Say, like you see a vessel that's right on the horizon, that we had to learn, you know, we had to use on our tests and stuff, of how to figure out the distance of that vessel, you know, how far away it was, you know, so we could safe navigation. And that's it's 1.17, excuse me, it's 1.17 times the square root of your height of eye. So say if of a boat, you know, you're around feet off the water, you would take the square root of 20 times 1.17, and that would give you the approximate distance in nautical miles. You know, correspond, you know, with the data from a radar, that you figure out the curvature. So, me personally, I think that the Earth is round, and I feel like the way that it's described in the Bible is probably more symbolic. But y'all, I mean, you have your, you know, you have the right to believe.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking you guys at all. Me personally, I think the Earth is a sphere.
Yeah, I understand how you feel. I mean, because no one can actually no one has actually been up there to prove it or anything. But
yeah.
I mean, not even NASA. I don't think NASA's even honestly been past the radiation belt. Like they admitted, they said they can't get past the Van Allen radiation belt.
I'm not saying that we've been to space.
Oh yeah.
I have doubts about us going to the moon. I have doubts about us going to space.
Yes.
So I feel like NASA probably does lie on those lines. I think it's a good possibility.
The question that comes to mind is like,
Yeah.
like I'm sure a lot of you out there in the chat are probably wondering too. Okay, with all this Mandela effect and exposing everything into fruition, into manifestation, like, was the past actually true? I mean, were these, because it seems to be more of a conspiracy theory going on now than there was at the time. It's like it was totally believable. Like everyone believed that the Challenger actually happened, but only now are we seeing like these crisis paid actors. I believe a lot of them, like, because we're seeing all these after footages now. There's like footage that was just released where people, looks like they were paid actors. You know, that's all I'm saying. So I mean, is it possible that the old reality it was true and in this reality it was made up? You know what I mean? So I'm just wondering that, because going along with your simulation idea, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I've wondered that too. You know, it's hard to say. As far as like you know, the moon landing, for instance. I mean, who filmed them landing? You know, prior to Neil Armstrong filming it, who was on there? You know, how did they get home? You know, it's just.
Well, maybe somebody brought a drone from the future and sent it back in time to help videotape them landing. You know, that could be the case. No.
They totally had the technology to stream the conversation of Neil Armstrong on the moon at the time too.
Yeah, and I've also heard people talking about like how our technology is like evolved actually 50 years ahead of time, or actually we're 50 years behind of what it actually should be, or something like that. This blue beam that they're talking about, where they're able to project and make something look real. Like it's all about deception and cloaking and putting on the veil, like they do on the they show us clearly. Let me show you guys on the Mona Lisa, because I think we talked about this, putting on the veil. I know that's going to open up another can of worms with the Mona Lisa. Let's talk about that for a minute. Painting. I know we've talked about this once or twice, but I mean, it doesn't hurt to share it some more, because I mean, Mona Lisa, to me, she never had that veil. Tell me, guys, you remember that? I mean, come on. And now she has this scarf over her left shoulder. So any words on that, guys? Jelly or Archaic?
Do not remember the veil, and don't remember her smiling. Kind of a big one for me.
I don't remember.
What?
I don't remember her smiling either. I just remember it was kind of like a frown. And
well, that you have to ask yourself, okay, like, what is she smiling about? Is she smiling that, hey, we have a veil, we're trying to deceive you? I mean, what are they trying to tell us? There's a hidden message there. That's what I'm thinking.
Never thought about it that way.
Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of things that could open up just from that. And
hey.
Yeah, Teresa, go ahead.
I just was looking at one of my Facebook people. One of the persons posting on one of my Mandela effects wants to get people noticing food tasting differently.
If they're noticing what differently?
Yes.
If they're noticing what?
Food not tasting the same.
Yes. Gosh, I don't know about you guys. I don't know if it has to do with GMOs, you know, but I noticed like apples don't taste the same to me anymore.
Yeah, it's like everything just tastes bland.
Yeah, I don't taste the nutrition anymore when it comes. I have to eat like 3 or 4 apples, or like I grind them up and turn them into like some like juice, and I juice them. But yeah, they still don't taste the same no matter how hard I try. And I've been losing sleep too. You guys, any of you guys out there been losing sleep? I saw a post on someone Facebook earlier. They couldn't sleep even though they took sleeping pills. You know?
Yeah.
So any thoughts on that?
I must be backwards because I can sleep all the time.
Well, I'm sorry, Jelly, if I'm boring you. I'm kidding. I'm trying to make it interesting, okay? I'm being funny. I'm picking on you. Archaic.
What about washed out fine? You talked
Wait,
a little bit about that last
wait,
night.
hold on. Oh, wait. Time
Any?
out, Teresa. Time out. I was letting Archaic say something. Go ahead, Archaic.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
It's okay.
When I went through my change in December, I mean, that I wasn't able to sleep for about 4 days. I even went to the doctor and got sleep medicine. Could not sleep for the life of me. Had just, I can't remember exactly what you call it. But anyway, it was bad. It lasted for a while. Eventually, I guess I adjusted to the changes. I don't know if have you heard of the Schumann resonance?
Yes,
It's
Tom.
rising.
Yeah, Tom. Tom Hefner in our group. He's digital scribe. He's talked about the Schumann resonance too, like a couple times. So we keep going.
Yeah.
We keeps going higher or something like that.
7.83 hertz. Discovered, I think, in the 1950s, and
Okay.
it had, I think, an anomaly happened sometime in 2012. That anomaly, and in January 31st of this year, it rose again, steadily increasing. I think it's even got to 100 hertz. So they say that this can cause a change in the consciousness of people. So I'm under that impression. Ideas is that through like a spiritual ascension, really a believer of that recently, and I'm still not dogmatic on it. Just something that I'm studying. It's going to go through a certain amount of changes as we're ascending into this next level, and that
Yes. Could the Schumann resonance actually be responsible, or could it be a catalyst? I'm sorry, I lost you, Archaic. Are you there? I'm
yeah,
not
I'm
getting
still here.
sound.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, the sound was
Can you hear
off.
me now?
I hear you now. Sorry. What were you saying? Sorry.
I just feel like it's rising. It kind of I would say that has something to do with our ascension. As the frequency rises, we're rising as well as we go to a next level. That's just what it seems to me. Changes, and our body's going through these changes, and it's just, it has different experiences. Like, I haven't noticed my eyes changing really or anything like that, but personally, like when I went through, my anxiety was crazy. Anxiety attacked so bad one night, that I literally thought I was dying. I mean, I really thought, okay, this is it. And
Gosh.
that was kind of from that point on, I was real anxious, for a while. Until eventually, everything calmed down, and I got of the changes and what was going on. And now, I'm completely different than what I am now. I feel like everything is going through a change, and maybe the Schumann resonance is like, what's happening.
Yes. Schumann resonance. What is? How do you go about finding out what the current Schumann resonance is? Let's see if anyone knows that. Like, how do you find out what it is? Who is reporting these numbers? Is it NASA, or is it some other side company doing it? And are they 33-degree Masons? I want to know. I want to know who is reporting these figures. You know what I'm saying? You can't take everything 100%, but I am curious. Where do you get the numbers from?
For me personally, I'm still been studying this, and I have a hard time, how it's changing. Social media site that I'm a part of, kind of decipher it, and I just kind of going off of what they say. I'm trying to see if I can find some of the links, places around the world that they monitor this 24 hours a day. So quick,
Yeah,
and
I wonder if
post a
that's
link.
part of like NOAA.gov. They track hurricanes. They're responsible for a lot of the radars. I wonder if they do it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think NASA has really been a part of it. On the surface, I really don't know.
Well, here's the other big question. Okay, how long can they keep lying to us before it finally gets unveiled? Before the veil comes off the Mona Lisa, in a symbolic way. That's what I'm wondering. How long can they keep up the lie?
I think it's going to be an ongoing process. I think as time goes on, more is going to be revealed. I think this is just the beginning. At least I hope.
Yes, there was actually like a formula. I don't know, back in the day. I can't remember the name of it. If anyone can help me, by all means, please help me, God. There's actually a formula to figure out how long it would take for a viral infection to infect everything. And I think honestly, the Mandela effect has pretty much gone viral. We hope to reach out to as many people as we can. It's not that we're the virus; we are the cure. Okay. We're trying to expose the negativity and expose the corruption and everything. Yeah, it was something to do with logarithms. I don't know if you guys math whizzes out there. Something to do with logarithms, and it's only a matter of time. I think that like with the Fibonacci, and Tom I think mentioned about that. The Fibonacci is like a spiral, and pretty soon you get tighter and tighter before, and it goes faster and faster. So I think we're going to reach a point where it's just a matter of time before everything, the truth is going to be revealed. It says so in the Bible. The apocalypse doesn't mean the end of the world, so they say it's actually an unveiling is what it means if you look up the actual definition. So I think that's the case here. So let's see, anyone? Let's see, superstition. Mac Lloyd says it's an old superstition. If you wake up at 3 a.m., a spirit is watching you. Yeah, that is. I like. There's this clip I can probably share with you. I'm gonna see if I could find it. It's my favorite clip from Big Bang Theory. Who's that calling at this ungodly hour? It's the episode where it's cold, milky green. Cooper is sick, and he's calling Howard on the phone, and his mom. 3 a.m. is like, they call it what, the bewitching hour, I think, between 3 and 5 a.m.
Yep.
Yeah, so yes, it is a dark hour, yeah. Gosh. Yeah, time does seem to be illusion. UFO guy, I agree. Time seems like it's an illusion. It's pretty much relative, How many of you guys actually own an hourglass, out there? Raise your hand if you own like an hourglass or something to keep track of the seconds. I'm wondering, does the sand fall any faster now to keep up with the new time, or is it falling at the same rate? Has anyone tested that theory or anything? Has anyone tried this other thing where if you put two compasses together, one of the compasses will act pretty wild or something like that? Or actually, you put two compasses by each other, and whenever there's a shift, they'll act wild. It's another test you can try. I saw that on Mandela Effected's channel. Has anyone ever tried any experiments like that or anything? Yeah, I think
No, I have not tried that. I'm just sitting here giggling
wild.
because Solid Cedar saying about the unveiling happening at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, why are people waking up? I mean, 3 o'clock in the morning. No, is that like a
My friend just texted me and she said because that's when the spiritual realm is thin enough to pass through our realm.
That's highly possible. And Teresa, you would know more about that. You seem to be really spiritual. You know anything about that? Because you told me you've been waking up at 3 something in the morning, sometimes 3:33 or something.
Yeah, it happens to me every morning. I wake up sometime between 3 and 3:33, which I've seen a bunch of those today. I don't know what that was about, but I got a picture to prove it. I'm going to send it to you. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
I've been seeing a lot of 3s lately. That's been my.
There's also a number I heard of. It's something symbolic of 3. It's like attaining wisdom, because you hear about these jokes. Okay, we all know about the joke about the 3 people, and then the third one is usually the smartest one. So and of course, like the 3 little pigs, will blow down your house or whatever it is now. I think it's changed to blow your house in. But yeah, the things come in 3s, and I've always heard the best things come in 3s. 3's Company, or there's a TV show, 3's Company. I've heard 3 is a crowd, something like that. You're born at 3:30?
Yeah, and you're going to be even more weirded out.
What's that?
My birthday is 11/12. I was born in 1963, and I was born at 3:30 p.m. You tell me that's a coincidence.
That is huge coincidence, and there's something really strange about me and Teresa too. My grandmother, she died on September 3rd, and didn't you say one of your grandparents or father died on September 3rd?
My biological, I was adopted, so it was my grandmother who adopted me, and she died on September 3rd.
And that's
1991.
Yes, and that's even crazier. All these 3s and 6s we keep seeing pop up. I want to know from you guys in the live chat, if you're out there, have you seen any patterns of 3s in your life before? Anything happening there, 3s, or we try to avoid the devil's number, right? Anything that has 666, we throw it away, burn it, do whatever.
I see a lot of people talking about ones.
Oh, what?
Facebook, a lot of people seeing a lot of ones.
Ones, yes.
Ones, yeah.
Yeah, Jelly was just saying she sees 1111s and 911s all the time.
Yeah.
People too.
I do too.
Celebrities. I like that one, UFO guy. That's funny. UFO guy, you should make a meme about that. You could become famous, seriously. And especially, and then put a hashtag Mandela effect at the bottom, okay? There's ways of subtle ways of actually waking people up. If you want to, like I know Evan was making these T-shirts. Tom was talking about making some T-shirts. If you want to wear a T-shirt, that says a lot too. Put down something. Hey, I'm Mandela affected. Are you? Or got Mandela effect with the question mark. Like got milk. There's different ways to suggest it. Come up to you. You never know. They're like, okay, what is the Mandela effect? I don't know about you guys, but it's just mind blowing. I did a video on lamb chops song that, and I made note of it. Somebody brought it up in chat yesterday, and I did mention them in the video, giving them credit. But it was Mandela Effect Comedy. So huge shout out. The lamb chop song used to be "This is the song that never ends," and now it's changed to "This is the song that doesn't end." So I know it's a slight change, but that slight change creates an alternate meaning. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like that John 3:16 that we keep hearing about. Like I know Extol Yeshua has done extensive work on it. John 3:16 used to be, you shall not perish, but have eternal or everlasting life. And now it's you should. So now it's raising questions. Okay, like if you believe on him, okay, now they're saying there's not a full chance that you'll it's just wrong. It changes the whole meaning. Should and shall mean two different things. And I know the stuff is changing. I see it. I see it because I'm right there in the New Testament with you right now. Any of your thoughts, guys, on that? I mean, I know I'm running my mouth here. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine, man. I realized the same thing that I read at John 3:16. Across it and thought it was shall, and seeing that it was should. This is another one that happened before I was ever aware of the Mandela effect.
We didn't talk about that. I'm sorry, you glitched out there. Sorry.
The John 3:16 one, the should and shall.
Yeah.
Before I was ever aware of the Mandela effect, I remember shall and came across as a should. I took it, it must have always been should at the time. Or as shall, and understanding that it changed the whole meaning. Entire verse. So that was after I learned about the Mandela effect. That that's another biblical change.
I'm sorry, you were saying other than the John 3:16, what else did you notice that stuck out to you?
The lion and the lamb one, wineskins going to the old wineskins being models. Italy changed those three. I probably I remember doing studies. Like one time in my life, I don't know if I've shared this in my videos or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
To be a minister at one time, youth minister, served on staff at several churches, and I remember doing Pacific studies. So those are the ones that hit me the hardest. It's ones that I've actually been taught, and to see that it changed, it's just it just blew my mind.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean because I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean because it's one thing to say, okay, like the tiger could be called a leopard or eagle could be called a vulture, okay, whether because an eagle is although an eagle will not eat typically dead meat, it'll go for a live animal. There are times where an eagle, I've learned now, I didn't know this, but they will go for dead prey now. I did not know that. Like I thought that was strictly, yes, I thought it was strictly
Really?
a vulture thing. But if you research the eagle, they will go for dead prey if they're hungry enough.
Yeah, that's the first I've heard of that. I didn't know.
Yeah. So I understand like how you can change, okay, from one minor animal to another minor animal, but we're talking about major animals from like, okay, we're talking about a ferocious wolf laying down with the lamb, whereas it used to be the lion and the lamb. That's just like a huge change to me. And I know I've mentioned this a couple times. I actually saw, I don't know if I could find it again, but there was somebody that proved that it used to be lion because it was still in the German translation before it got wiped. I haven't checked it lately, but Teresa knows because she's my residue hunter, and so is Rena and some other you guys. And it's getting harder and harder to find that residue as time goes on. That's what I'm worried about because they're trying to stop the. Yes, they're trying to eliminate that message as soon as they can. And every time I read, like I'm reading over the Gospels, okay, and like there's a part in there where Peter's faith definitely is tested, okay, and our faith is going to become like Peter's faith, where our faith is going to be tested. Are we going to reject Jesus at that point? Are we going to turn down everything he did for us and turn our back on him? And you all know that the kiss of death was done by Judas, and he is the scorpion on the zodiac. So, and I know I'm making that comparison, but there's a part in there now where Peter is cursing. He's saying curse words. I don't remember that. I mean, I think it's something that Extol Yeshua brought up. She mentioned that Peter cusses now. But I do not want to become like Peter. I am not going to deny our Lord Jesus. If I sense that somebody has a devil in them, I am either going to walk away from them, or I'm going to say something to them, and that's just the way it is. Especially after my demonic incident where I was on the phone with Rena and this demonic entity popped up. That is not fake. That is 100% real. And Black Ghost admitted it. And I know you're out there, Black Ghost. I appreciate you analyzing that with Rena. So yeah, I mean, the evil spirits are out there to get us. It's important to keep your heart and your mind in union with each other and be authentic with yourself and others. And by all means, share the Mandela effect. Don't be afraid. Does anyone? I'm sorry, I'm running my mouth. Anyone want to add to that? Suggestions for other people or anything?
It's kind
I
of.
think we should start waking people up. I've been every weekend. I get a chance. I wake up. I will go up to the librarian today.
Hey,
at the library.
Hey, Teresa, just so you know, I mean, you're doing all you can to get the word out there to people. I really, everyone here, I'm sure they really appreciate you. You're definitely a light of Christ. I see it in you.
Oh, thank you. I get really good reception on it. Most people just kind of freak out a little bit, and they're like us today. wiener, and he spelled it that way, the correct way. And I said, "You want to look at your phone again?" And he looked at it, and he looked up at me. I said, "Welcome to my world."
Yeah, but you know, if it comes down to if you ever need a witness or somebody to talk up for you, I will say something, you know, and hopefully I'll try to get you out of it.
And we were looking up the men's warehouse, and I said, "Look over there at that sign." Because we're across the street from it. And he looked at it, and he goes, "That's wrong." And I said, "Yes." And then he started thinking about everything, like, you know what am I missing? What am I not seeing?
Right. Speaking of the street signs, okay, I want to bring this up too. Right, Teresa, it's guys, like seriously, like if you notice, like your street signs, they don't abbreviate them with AVE anymore for avenue. It's AV. How long has that been going on? That's what I want to know. And circle is no longer CIR, it's CR. You know, I want to know, like, how long has that been going on now? I know we talked enough about traffic lights. Traffic lights used to be green, yellow, red, or something like that, and now they're reversed. In my reality, as long as I've been driving, I can truthfully say that all the traffic lights for me have always been red, yellow, green. And I admire the way Germany does their traffic lights, honestly, like, because they do it the same way as us, but the yellow light will blink. It'll blink to warn you that it's going to turn red, or that when it'll blink to warn you it's going to turn green. I like how they do it. Yeah, in anywhere you go in Germany too, they'll flash your license plate. Like they have these cameras sitting up top of the intersections, and I know they're doing that in a lot of the cities here. So I know it's kind of like Big Brothery, but it does prevent a lot of accidents and can help prove your case if you're ever in an accident. Yeah, I'm all for the traffic lights that do the little blinky thing to let you know. Anyone else? Yeah, are you? Yeah, I know what you're saying. Brandon, UFO guy is saying, yeah, thanks, party. I appreciate that. I really do. Robin?
What's he talking about the brand name, books, movies, fish, people who just don't get it or care?
For all of you out there,
I think that's to point it out. That's the thing is we have to be able to point it out to these people asleep and wake them up.
I know how you feel. I want to tell you.
That's our mission.
Yes, Teresa. Robin Neely says, "Yep, I see ton of orbs a lot." Willie is saying, Schumann resonance can be found at heartmath.org research/global conference GCM's live data. Awesome, I appreciate that, Willie. Yeah, can you send me a link? Teresa, if you can copy that and send it to me, I'll or Willie, somebody post it in the comments, please. You know, when I know
see if I can get a link.
I can't do the comments right now; they're frozen.
I was gonna say something real quick if I can.
Go for it, brother.
Let my dog in real quick, but I did find a link. The Schumann resonance from yesterday. I'm gonna leave the link to that in the comments.
Yeah, definitely.
Right now.
Brian's name changed. What did he say?
Yeah, people are telling me my name changed, like that it was MC and now it's MAC to them. Hey, I'm not gonna say anything. As far as I know, I'm scared one day I'm gonna check my birth certificate. It's gonna say something totally different. Like I'll freak out, I'm sure. Has anyone else noticed their social security cards changed with the letters merging and the pyramid and the A's and stuff like that? Have you noticed any of that?
I have.
Yeah.
You guys noticed that? What about you, Archaic? Have you noticed that?
I haven't checked mine in a while, but I'm not sure.
Are you scared to check? Are you scared to check? I don't blame you. And
I'll pull it out and look at it. I did it mine. Mine changed.
Yeah, well, somebody Jelly, if you don't mind sharing, of course, cover your numbers up, or somebody share one so we can show everyone, like, off the web and show it.
Oh.
The Social Security number, Social Security logo changed.
Merged. I got a picture for that one. Hold on.
Not logo. What is it? Social Security number. Card. Social Security card.
Card.
Yeah, card, not logo.
You're used to calling everything logos.
I know. Let me, because this isn't somebody. John Doe. Let's look at John Doe's Social Security number and try to claim his taxes. Okay, check this out. Okay, John Doe. Look at that one. Hey, John, what happened to your Social Security card there? Look at that. The A, the I, and the L merged. And MSE Man did a video on this. Very crazy here. It looks like the U and the R are connected. We're seeing a lot of letters connecting, that's for sure. Maybe it means, maybe there's a deeper meaning. Maybe it means we're all becoming closer, like together. You know, maybe it has a positive meaning. I'm trying to think about it from a positive vibrance or vibrational. So there may be a code encoded, but until we can find out for sure, I mean, we have to stay positive. Well, Teresa, you were going to say something, weren't you?
Oh, I sent you something to give an example.
All right.
Look, you're going to see it says blended. Do you see it? I sent it to you.
Let me see.
You see it?
Which one am I looking at, Teresa?
The last thing I sent you.
Okay, you sent it to me twice or 3 times actually, but
well, I want to make sure you got it.
yeah, I got it. So yeah, let me just open up my screen here again. As long as it doesn't have any like PII on it. Okay. Yeah, the Social Security. I don't know if you guys can make that out. It's kind of blurry.
Sorry.
It's okay. I can pull up these images and share it with you guys. Just let me know. Like, hit me up in the comments. I mean, in the chat, and I'll look up stuff for you guys and share it with the audience. Yeah. What does the plant say? The plant. What? Oh. Are you serious? The plant doesn't say "Feed me, Seymour"?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me bring it up. What's it called again?
Is it who? I want to know who found that Mandela effect. It was "Feed me, Seymour."
Yeah.
I bet that one could easily be found. "Feed me, Seymour." How many people remember that? But not the second. Okay, it only says "Feed me, Seymour." Oh, but not. Okay, yeah, it was "Feed me, Seymour." Feed me. Right? You guys remember that? Okay, that's who discovered that one? That one's crazy. Feed me. Feed me, Seymour. Yeah, I can kind of do that. I'm sorry, I'm bad at impressions. Yeah.
Bring a picture.
Okay.
Oh, Little Hawk Shark Sephora. That's 1986. Yeah, that was a great movie.
Rick Moranis. Rick Moranis. Can you? Yeah. Teresa, will you make a note of that for me, please, about the "Feed Me, Seymour"? We'll do a video, and I'll mention whoever came up with that thing. I appreciate that.
Seymour.
Who did that? Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll do a shout out to whoever came up with that. That's awesome. I'm gonna definitely check into that.
Wow.
Yeah, the plan stopped talking to.
Meeting too.
And you guys have any? I know we're kind of jumping around here. I'm sorry about that, but we're talking about various Mandela effects. This is like the greatest thing, I think, to talk about these things, because it's live too, so you get different like a new audience. Whereas if you're on Facebook, you wait and hope for a reply on there. Because half the time, what is it? You post something, and people will just scroll through. They're not thumbing up or anything. They may not have time to comment. If you're lucky, you'll get a thumb up or whatever. But you know, this is really great.
To do for it.
Feed me, Seymour.
Yes,
Feed me.
I'll send it to you. Yes, I am right now.
Okay. Did you make a note of who found that?
Yes, I did. I'm going to send you this now.
Okay.
I'm the rescue hunter.
Yes. Is it a meme?
It's under images.
Okay. Yeah, share that with me real quick. I'll share it with everyone.
Okay.
That's crazy.
I just found it. It's under a quick meme. Is that good or bad?
Yeah, quick meme. That it should be fine. Yeah, that's fine. Send me the image and I'll share it with everyone. I know.
Right now.
It was Feed Me Seymour. Feed me.
There you go. Coming right now. There you go. You can share that one if you want.
All right. Let's see.
Should be popping up. I remember that one.
Yeah.
I've seen that movie several times in the past.
Yeah, but now it's just Feed Me Seymour.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just, you guys see that? That's
Just feed
crazy.
me more.
Yeah, and didn't you say there was something about Rick Moranis? You said there was like a lot of people were talking about a movie that was never made, like almost like a Shazam.
Yeah.
Hey,
Tell your audience about that.
yeah, I want to
Honey,
ask if anyone remembers Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. What is it? Honey, I Shrunk the Kids 2?
Yes, that's the one that leads off between right before
I don't remember
the
that.
baby gets blown up. That's the one that's supposed to lead into it.
See, I didn't keep up with some of the '90s movies like that. But if anyone in the chat remembers that, by all means, mention it.
I remember a scene in it that helps. They're in a police station, and the sergeant's there, and they've got a bowl, not a bowl, but they got like a cup of coffee, and he also has donuts sitting in a plate, and they're holding on to these sprinkled donuts, with all the little sprinkles on it. And I vaguely remember that scene. I remember that, and I don't know if that will ring a bell with anybody, but I remember that movie, and now it's non-existent.
What about
the one with Sinbad?
Yeah, do you guys now with the Sinbad? I know that's going to open up another can of worms. Do you guys remember Sinbad in that Shazam movie? Do you remember that one? Archaic.
Yeah,
You guys remember that one?
Yeah.
I remember it.
As a
That's so weird.
Sinbad movie. As Shazam.
Yes.
A Sinbad movie. It was named Sinbad. That's just the way I remember it.
Oh, I love that movie. What was he in that movie, House Party or something like that? I remember that one, I think.
I'm
He
not
was in-
sure, man.
I was researching, and it's funny how what the Spirit does. The Spirit leads us to find some of these Mandela effects, and tell me if that's true, okay? Because me and Reener and we were talking last night, and Jelly was there too, and we were looking into Mr. Deeds. How many of you guys remember Mr. Deeds? What's that phrase? He said,
I'm sneaky.
yeah, no, he says, you underestimate my sneakiness, sir, right? You
Yeah.
underestimate I can kind of do the accent, okay? You underestimated my sneakiness, sir. And now he says, he says, I fear you are underestimating my sneakiness. So it's like a slight change. What do you guys remember? Do you remember you underestimate my sneakiness, sir, or do you remember the other way? I'm curious about that. What do you guys remember?
I remember it the first way, but I can't say it like you did because it's all tongue-tied. I feel like doing that pig thing. Blah, 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 that's all, folks.
Yeah, Archaic, let's see your impression of it. Can you do it pretty well? Give it a try.
Man, I actually remember it both ways. That's the crazy thing about the Mandela effect.
I know, right? But Teresa, will you make a note of that one too? The underestimating my sneakiness. Are you there? Yeah, note that one too. There's actually some memes. But he doesn't say that anymore. Yeah, this is what he says now. Let me show you in a meme. That's what he says now. I fear you're underestimating my sneakiness, or the sneakiness, sir.
him about if he knows that they're going to be making a new Mandela movie, supposed to be actually coming out in the theaters.
No, but that would definitely get the word out there. Who somebody is making a movie?
That's what I read. I saw a post on. I can't find it, but I saw that somebody's actually literally going to be producing a movie.
Oh
And
gosh.
they've already started about the Mandela effect. And if that goes to movie theaters, that's really going to.
I know. Can you imagine how much money you would make as a movie director making this movie Shazam that people remember? Can you imagine like how much money you would actually make if you made one of those? That's crazy.
Wow. If it comes out, I'm going to wait for it to go to DVD.
But I honestly think somebody is listening to us, so maybe it will come into fruition. The spirit leads us in that direction, maybe. You know. So, anyone else have any other Mandelas they've discovered? That's cool. Anyone else want to talk about anything else?
Did you read what Scrappy Doo was talking about? He said he had a weird Mandela.
What's that? Sure. What is that?
He said the bold sign is now upside down in most cars. The light.
Which one?
Go to where 805 is. You know, on the remarks. Go to 805 and see what he said.
Oh, somebody said their Cadillac shrunk. The UFO guy, the Cadillac shrunk. That's crazy.
Somebody sees something moving behind Archaic. I'm sorry. Something's moving behind him. Is there somebody with him? Like,
no, there's no one here.
I can't find that remark. Can somebody find that remark? I mean, anyone want to talk about that?
About what?
I'm trying to find that remark you were telling me about. I can't seem to.
It's right here. It
Okay.
says 8:05 p.m.
Right, but
That's
I'm not.
8:05 mine. Well, my time is 8:05 p.m.
Yeah,
So
see,
it might be something 05 your time.
I know, Teresa. That's just it, though. I'm not showing the times of these things that are posting.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's cool.
Scrappy Doo says the light, like a light bulb, sign is now upside down in most cars.
Really?
For your headlight.
I'm trying to visualize that.
Your headlight sign is no longer right side up.
Is it in all vehicles like that, or just?
You mean a headlight symbol?
There, yeah, Robin Neely said Scrappy Doo my tail light on truck changed in today, and I noticed the seat changed. Wow.
Holy crap!
Vehicles are having Mandelas now.
I'm trying to visualize that. Teresa, can you send me a picture of whatever they're talking about? I'm trying to visualize that, like, so I can show people. I know there's the dome light and there's the headlights. You got the low beam and the high beam. I'm trying to visualize what they're talking about here. I'm sorry.
I don't know. There's no picture here. That's the thing. There's no picture. Maybe he can describe a little bit. Scrappy Doo, if you're out there, describe a little more in detail. He's there. He's still there.
Scrappy, you still there? Can you? Oh, hey. Can you like send us an image link or something like that, or
He said a light bulb.
I feel okay. I feel awful. I don't. Upside down view.
Should I go and look in my vehicle and see? I'll go do that.
Okay.
I can't do it. I'm
Thanks,
sorry. Where do you turn on your seat? Oh, you mean inside your car?
Yes.
Oh, when you turn on your lights in your car. That's what he means. There's no more light bulb.
Oh, you mean?
Yes, I know what he's saying. When you turn them on, usually there's like a little light symbol, the light bulb. It's now gone.
Are you referring to that dome light? In the
Yeah, he said it's the light symbol for the headlights or high beam in your car. You know how when you turn your lights on in your car?
Yeah.
Supposedly that little light thing is gone now. The symbol.
Okay. I think I see what. Okay, so inside your car. So what does it say? So what does it say now? Like how would you know if your beams are on then? That's the question.
WD says the dashboard or steering column light. Wow, it's moving back there. Symbol is upside down now.
Hold on. Let me direct the attention to Jelly. She's trying to show us.
I'm listening. Just tell me what to do.
Okay. Are we talking about the light or the symbol, Teresa?
The symbol in the car that you turn it on where your high beams are and your regular light. Supposedly the little light is now upside down.
I can't tell.
On the shifter, because what we're looking at here is on Jelly's shifter. I really want to know. I'm curious about this.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, you guys see that, right? Can you keep the camera steady?
Yes, a Ford for real.
Yeah, right there.
No, wow.
That's the directional. That's actually the symbol for the directional light. But what about the main light?
It's not gone. It's just changed the way it's supposed to be.
I really don't know. I'm looking.
I'm really curious about this.
Go to the dashboard. Go to the dashboard.
Go to the dashboard.
Well, then I would have to turn the vehicle on. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, it's on.
I'm getting okay. There we go.
And there's my. Can you see my beamy thingy?
Okay, that's the high beam. Yes, high beam.
And then
the other one.
Where's the other light?
It doesn't light up. Yeah, it
Is that
doesn't
what
light up.
changed? Ask Scrappy or whoever said that. Is that what changed? Like there's no actual light indicator?
What are they looking for on the dashboard?
Yeah, there's no light indicator for my lights on there.
Wow.
So yeah, how would you know if your lights are on? I guess other than common sense telling you. How would you know? Like if it's raining. You know, most cars nowadays have DRLs. They've got daytime running lights or daytime running lamps.
Mine. You have to turn on manually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, mine's like that too. All right, so.
Oh wait, Channel 0 says the paint is symbol on the light. NOB.
Hold on, the what?
Channel 0 said the symbol on the light.
Oh, the painted symbol on the light knob. Okay, so look
Check
at.
the knob.
Okay,
Check the knob.
Jelly, are you still over there in the car?
No, but I can go back out if you want me to.
If you don't mind.
All
Oh,
right.
cars that have the symbol with the light bulb now have the light bulb upside down. That's what he's saying. Does that make sense?
I guess so. I'm trying to figure out exactly what we're looking at here.
He's saying the cars that have the symbol that looks like a light bulb now have the light bulb upside down. Basically, it's supposed to be facing up, and now it's facing down, the symbol. She looked down there and said, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
It's if you're driving a car and you're not used to seeing a symbol turning around on you.
I know.
Okay, so what am I looking for?
Okay, Teresa.
Ask him about that one.
Yeah, Teresa, would you help direct Jelly with me? Help her. Jelly, you have the light on.
Here's where you. This is where you turn it on.
Okay. Yes.
My flashlight just does that. Sorry.
Go over there to the lower left.
Right
the lower left of the.
Right there.
Go up one. Right there. Is that what they're talking about? No, go down a little bit. Yes, yes, right there, the knob. The knob itself is a light bulb facing down.
Yeah.
I see that now.
Oh, is it down now?
Yes, it's facing down with the rays pointing down. Yeah, sort of.
That's wrong. That's the Mandela.
Alrighty then.
Really, I've never noticed that before. Like, it's such a minor change that.
You're starting a car.
That's crazy though.
Wow. Thank you for pointing that out.
Yeah, thank you. Who was it, Scrappy?
Yeah, you're
Okay,
awesome.
thanks, Scrappy. Yeah, sorry,
Wow.
our
You might want to do a video on that one, giving him credit.
yeah, you know, kind of float it out there, see if anyone, you know, realizes that it's
You said
good awareness.
UEW.
Okay, Archaic, are you there? I think we lost Archaic.
Yeah, I think you lost him.
Uh-oh. Archaic, if you're there.
I'm going to fall asleep.
Maybe. I was trying to get him back in here.
Okay.
Okay. I did invite Extol Yeshua. She says she's busy tonight, so that's cool. I'll thank her anyway. Thanks anyway. And God bless you too.
Hey, Green Teen already. My time.
Yeah, I know we're kind of winding down here. I didn't want to be like taking up everyone's time too much tonight because it is the weekend. I'm sure you guys have other things to do too, besides just look at like Mandela's. But we learned a lot tonight, honestly. I especially learned a lot with that bulb, and you know, like the Feed Me Seymour. I'm gonna have to research that one.
I'll help you with that one.
Cool. And I definitely want to make sure I'm not misleading anyone. And if I am, I'm sorry, you know. Channel Zero says we have nothing to do. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Archaic. Let me see. He probably, maybe his phone died or something. Let me ask him. It could have bounced him out. Oh, I bet I know what happened. Probably the AI got onto him. Hopefully that's not the case. We have that happen a lot.
He said he had an apparition behind his left shoulder. Did you see anything? At what point in the video did he have it? Steve 83. What point in the video did he have an apparition behind him?
Oh really? No, I don't know, Stevie. We're gonna have to review.
He said he had an apparition.
Yeah.
He said,
are you serious?
Behind his left shoulder. I wonder if he knew that.
I don't know. Oh.
He said no, but what time in the video did it
Not
show?
Not joking. I don't know, but that sort of gives me shivers a little bit. It does sort of, you know, it does make you wonder if there's outside forces here working on us. I hope that we all put on the armor of God and. When I
said look behind you. Oh, when he said look behind you. Well, what time was that?
Look behind who?
When he said in here, look behind you.
Behind me?
No, behind our cat.
Well, that's the thing. It's live, so I can't like go back in time and look at it until it uploads.
He said around 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock? Okay, we'll have to review that. Thanks, Stevie, for pointing that out.
Wow, thank you.
That's so crazy, man. I'm telling you that.
Go back and look at that. We're gonna have to go back.
It's got to be the AI. I'm telling you. Oh, thanks, Salted. I appreciate that. I'm sorry.
No, you telling me? You. No, not Brian. Not Brian having it. It was the other guy.
Well,
first behind him.
Exactly. So I want to know if you guys have noticed like the time zones change or anything too. Like it seems like people don't even know what time zone they're in anymore. You ask them what time zone they're in, they can't tell you.
I can tell the time zone I am. I'm at 8:22 p.m. I'm on the West Coast.
I'm on East Coast time, so it's like 11:22 here.
You're 3 hours ahead of me.
11:22. Hey guys, I am encouraging you guys, if you have free time, go check out that, like, there's something with the number 23 and that movie with Jim Carrey. I'm gonna check that out, I think tonight or tomorrow. I'm curious about that movie. I don't. There's something with these numbers. I'm telling you, there's got to be a clue.
I think there's people from Australia on here.
Oh really?
I keep seeing the word. Yeah, I think who's from Australia out there? I keep seeing people asking the time there.
Okay.
Who's from Australia? Who's from out of the United States?
Wait, hold on. Teresa, time out. Willie says, Brian, you have to look up something. You see that? He says, Brian, you have to look up Hendricus G.
Hold on. Oh. R-I-U-S.
Can you?
Right. I'm going to go back to these and write everything down.
No, I mean, can somebody please write that down for me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll write it down.
All right. Oh.
Somebody's from Mississippi. That's nice. We got some from Mississippi.
Oh,
Somebody's from Seattle. Are we curious where everybody's from?
Thank you, Salted. I appreciate that. Seattle.
Australia.
Nice.
Oh, Nicola's from Australia.
Wow, that is so funny. Nicole.
Wow.
Nicole, hey, welcome.
I'm curious about that.
I'm sure we're all curious. Yo, hey, Nicola, can you tell us about Australia? Have you noticed Australia's shift since you lived there?
Really?
Oh, wow, Emily, I'm from Long Island. Hey, huge shout out.
New York. She's the one to ask about the Statue of Liberty.
Yes, Emily, tell us, where was the Statue of Liberty in your eyes? Yeah, where is the Statue of Liberty now?
She lives there. She should be able to see it, like, live. I want to know, is it on Ellis Island now? Or is it on Liberty? Where is it exactly? Because it keeps changing.
Okay, we got North Carolina. Hey.
She said Ellis Island.
Ellis Island? Wow.
See? So why is it saying it's on Liberty Island?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Wow.
Like, it's so weird how the Mandela effect works.
She said Ellis Island from her past, now Liberty. Do you have pictures that you could send Brian to show him?
Yeah.
It was on Ellis Island? Do you have any way you can send it to him?
Emily says Liberty Island now, but she says it was on Ellis Island. Gosh.
Robin Ewing's from Michigan, I believe.
Says I lived here in Michigan all my life and I'm bored with it. Robin, I believe you.
Tyler, you're next door to me. I'm in Las Vegas.
Does anyone remember that song by Laz Bowman, the graduation song? And he says, you must live in New York but don't live there too long or you become too hard. They say then move to California, but don't get too soft or something like that. So I think it's kind of cool moving around. It is, you have to gain the experience of living elsewhere besides your hometown.
We should have what to do again of the coin for the people out there. You know, the coin.
Yeah, can you send that to me again?
Yeah, I will send it to you. I still have it.
Okay.
I want them to see that and see what they think. Your audience last night might have seen it, but you might have new people tonight.
Yeah, I've got some new people on here tonight. Jelly?
Let me get it for you.
Jelly,
yeah, I'm here.
I wanted to thank you very much for taking the time and going out to your car and doing all that. Thank you. I know that was something extra. Thank you for doing that.
You're welcome.
Stay there. Where's my coin?
We're going to wrap it up here probably in about 10 minutes. But show me that picture. You sent it?
Yep. It's weird because it actually says Ellis Island. And it's got the Statue of Liberty right in front of it. 1986. It's a silver Statue of Liberty, commemorative silver dollar proof no coin, a COA. $17, and it was on June 10th on a Saturday. I guess when they were going to deliver them out.
can you send that to me real quick? And I want to tell people while she's doing that, to rebuke all evil in Jesus Christ's name. That's what Melissa asked me to do. So, and
Yeah.
you know, by all means, like turn the evil away. When you escape the television, you'll see how like it'll be revealed to you like how much evil is actually in the world. So like all you have to do.
I mean, that's what it was. When I quit watching television last year, that's when I got the Mandela.
I think that's what happened. I can't tell you the last time I've watched a Big Bang Theory episode, even though it's like my favorite TV show.
But I haven't been watching the television, and it seems like my Mandela is when it kicked in, like a few months later.
Does anyone else want on the show real quick? I'll do a shout out definitely on your channel. Yes, Salted, thank you. If anyone else wants to join in the chat real quick, I'm open.
You know, I
have your phone number?
Hey, we got Life Matrix. Life Matrix is here. Hey, shout out, man. Hey, Life.
Hi, Life Matrix. This is Teresa.
Yeah, Life Matrix, you got a lot of fans out there, brother. I thank you for what you do.
I love his videos. They're awesome. I've commented on it before.
Yeah, Life, if you got a second, I sent you an invite. If you want to pop in here for a few minutes just to say hey to everyone, and, that'd be cool.
That would be awesome if you'd be on your show.
Yeah, hey, Life. Can you come in?
Is he there?
Yeah,
come on, Life.
I think so.
We want to hear from you.
Come on, man.
Please?
You got a lot of people influenced. You help share the word a lot. So I really appreciate you. We appreciate you, man.
You got a lot of fans. You got a lot of fans out there. Where is he?
Yeah, we're Life Matrix. We're just wrapping it up.
How long at restaurant? How long are you going to be at the restaurant for?
Well, come on. He's out with his family and stuff. So
2 more minutes. Oh, we can hold off for 2 more minutes.
Yeah, Life Matrix. Come on, man. 10 minutes. Come on, man. Talk to us for 10 minutes. I sent you a link.
It would be awesome.
Come on, man. 10 minutes.
Renee said he's eating that bacon.
Come on.
He'll join in 10 minutes then?
Go in the car. Okay.
Go in the car? Awesome.
Awesome, man.
Thank you. This will really make Brian's night and all the fans out there.
Yes, I'm getting like cold shivers, like I'm getting inspired here. I'm really inspired by you.
Food. What kind of food are you eating? Where are you eating?
Come on, Life Matrix. They're all cheering you on, man. Life Matrix.
Oh, is he from California?
I think so. I honestly think he is.
Are you from California, Life Matrix? I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. I might be right next door to you. I was just curious.
Hey, you guys, Rena and Data, can you help me get them in here? I appreciate that.
Diego, yes. This is Cindy. I'm a vegan. Oh.
Yes, Gabrielle, I had a huge headache the other day. I was telling Jelly about it, and I told everyone about it.
Oh, Life Matrix is from California, but he's on our time zone, so it's early still for him.
Okay, so you got longer than we do. We're just going to be on here.
8:32 for California, just like my time zone.
I think I'm going to extend it.
Mandela changed it.
I will extend the program till about 11:45 or 12 if we have to, just so we can get Life Matrix on here to talk with us for just a few minutes. Come on, man.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Come on, Life Matrix. I'm sorry I'm putting the spotlight on you. Come on, man.
That's cool that he found you.
He's from the Hotel California.
Now, what if he's out on a date and you're asking him to come on here and leave his beautiful woman to come talk to all of us?
Well,
Mandela for that song.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, like some people are having issues relating to their spouse or girlfriend right now with the Mandela effect. I know it's crazy. And that's a whole other can of worms we'll talk about another night. I know we've talked about it before, but
is there ever like the spouses that they both have Mandela? What's the odds that they both are sharing the same memory? Is there like any? Have you noticed any coincidence in that with both?
I think so.
The
like
husband and the wife, or the boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever.
Now, Ty,
have the same memory.
Yes, Ty and his wife are both Mandela affected. If I'm not mistaken, yes. If I can,
awesome.
I want to get Ty in here to talk about that maybe on an episode. That would be great.
I don't see him in the chat tonight.
How many of you guys? Let's talk about Hitler's mustache for a second, because I know we're just waiting until Matrix gets in here. If he can.
He goes, "I'm coming." He said, "Coming."
Okay. Okay. So I sent him a link.
Okay.
How many of you guys remember Hitler's mustache?
It's weird looking.
It looks hang on.
You coming?
I think so. Let's see. And this could very well be photoshopped by who knows. But yeah, I remember his mustache.
Sketchers for me.
You guys remember his mustache being that wide? Hitler's mustache?
No. It was thinner.
Yeah, it was like to the middle of his nostrils, I remember. But
yeah.
Oh, there's Hitler with his mustache shaven. Look at that.
That's funny.
Charlie Chaplin.
I wonder if they're going to mess anymore with our history. You know what I mean?
Yeah, look at that. That dog looks like Hitler right there. There you go. I like animals. Animals are so awesome. Oh, was that Trump? Trump with a...
I don't want to get into that one.
Nah. Me neither.
Hi, Life Matrix.
Oh, hey. Hey, brother.
You guys are you're too kind. Too kind.
Oh, I don't know about that. No, I'm kidding. Hey, we're so glad to have you. Thank you for showing up.
Well, thank you for having me. A moment notice there. I was at a vegan restaurant. I'm pretty much vegan mostly.
Awesome, because the meats. There's something wrong with the meats.
It's it was mostly a decision for animals to begin with, and many years ago on another planet in another dimension, I had a girlfriend that said, if you want to date me, you got to become a vegetarian. And so I was already kind of leaning that direction. I'm glad I did. Like, it actually really helped in so many different areas of my life, including spirituality, my health. So I'm still pretty much in that arena. I have eggs once in a while, but I'm pretty much vegan. What's been the topic tonight, you guys?
We're just talking about random stuff. We one of the things we mentioned was and who was it that mentioned that? Was that Scrappy about the light? We're talking about one of the lights inside the interior of the car. How the light bulb was facing down now, where it was facing up at one time or something like that. It could be a Mandela. Yeah, we've just been talking about like the spiritual aspects, and I don't know, Jelly, you wanna go into it some? But what all we talked about, I let the spirit guide me.
Well, they were talking about like the lion and the lamb, and I don't know, all over the place.
Yeah, that's a weird one, man. That's a weird one. I mean, everybody knew Isaiah 11:6. I mean, I don't care if you're a Bible person, a religious person, doesn't really matter. Like, pretty much everybody knew that the lion laid down with the freaking lamb.
I know, and there's even residue on that Jesus movie in 1995. I think it was The Greatest Story Ever Told. It was on there, for sure. Somebody brought something up about Feed Me Seymour. I wanted to ask you about that. Do you remember exactly what the talking plant said? Was it? You know, I don't want to like suggest anything to. What do you remember?
Well,
exactly?
what is this? I don't even know what Seymour is. What is that?
It was from the movie Little Shop of Horrors. I'm not sure what year it came
Oh,
out.
I thought so. I thought so. Yeah, I wouldn't have a solid memory of that.
Okay. Okay. Some people saying it used to say "Feed me, Seymour, feed me," and now he's only saying "Feed me." The "Feed me, Seymour" without the second "Feed me." So I'm gonna have to research that one a little bit.
Ask me about hotels. I know a lot about freaking hotels these days.
Yeah, dude. I totally mentioned you earlier. Like you guys were talking about the hotels that keep popping up everywhere. I was
Oh my
wondering.
gosh, is he the one that I just wait? Is he the one that I just watched about the conscious the convention?
Yeah, that's me.
That's you? Oh my gosh. God, I had so many questions to ask you about that. Oh,
I'm here. Ask away.
I saw a video yesterday, and then I was like, man, I would have been freaking out. And you said you were an Uber driver?
Yeah, I don't do it that much anymore, but the time span when I spent time in La Jolla, when it was pretty much my home, because I would stay up into the wee hours of the morning after I would drive and hang out at the mall, and I would hang out in that area to get rides, La Jolla, UTC, and so I was all over that area. And the whole year of being a freaking Uber driver, never picked up anybody at the Hyatt Regency or the other one, which is the what do you call it? Oh, the Embassy Suites.
Wow.
So, and it turns out it looks like both of these hotels are having their 30th anniversary next month, which is really bizarre.
What?
That they're both having their 30th. As far as I know, I could be wrong, but right now it's looking like they're both having their 30th anniversary next month. So that means that would have put them in like 1987 that these hotels were built. The Hyatt looks like a freaking jail or like a FEMA camp. It's the weirdest looking place. And it wasn't on my timeline. It wasn't on a lot of other people's timeline. And I didn't want to pull the trigger on the Embassy Suites Hotel in La Jolla until recently. I had to let it sink in before I really knew if that was really a reality shift. And I was just talking about this to Scarab, that I've never been inside. I've heard of Courtyard by Marriott. I've heard of Embassy Suites, but I've never been into a hotel. And I've been in a lot of hotels since the 80s, but I've never been inside a hotel that had an atrium in the middle. It's the craziest thing. I don't know if you guys have ever been in an Embassy Suites that has, and they're, by the way, they are owned by Hilton. So it's like an atrium. It's like a terrarium, basically. It's like it's an atrium. You're inside a hotel, and there's like a center area. And some of you will say it's always been there. They've always had these type of hotels. But if you go into Google Images, you tell me. I'm curious because Scarab didn't recognize it. He's like, I haven't ever seen a hotel like that. I'm not saying that's a reality shift in itself. The hotel is for me and a lot of other people, but the way the hotel looks in itself is just a mind blow to me.
What about that lady that you were speaking to? The one, the first one? You were telling her about it?
She's Pam. Yeah, Pam is awesome. She's really cool.
About what was going on? The first lady?
Yeah. And I ran into Doc Brown there too, from Back to the Future.
No
oh my
way.
gosh. Wow. Did you get his autograph, dude?
Well, no, it was actually like a different version of him and somebody else.
Oh.
I'm making a joke, but the guy, I understood, I could relate to what he was saying, but I understood only about 5% of what he told me, what he was sharing. But there was it was very surreal. And there were some other things that happened there. I mean, I can't really talk about it because I'm still in a quote relationship, but I'm just going to say I met somebody there, and the way everything happened, it was like a freaking movie. That's all I'm going to say. It was bizarre.
Did it feel like When you were in the hotel, did you feel kind of off? Like you didn't feel like you were supposed to be there? You know what I'm talking about? Like
Absolutely. And scared. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, Scarab and I have had the same experience with these places that we know have shifted. And when I first went into the Cape Ray in Carlsbad, my first dimensional hotel, yes, I felt that way. I mean, the first thing that came to my mind was Time Traveler. And then when I went to the second one for me would have been the Hyatt just recently. Yes, Time Traveler. Like I didn't belong there. Same thing with the Regency last night. Of course, I was on 2 hours sleep last night, so I was kind of in another world, you know. Anyway, but yeah, there was.
Check to see if the hotel's still there. I mean, is it still there? Has it disappeared? Or I mean, is it actually? When's the last time?
No, I think this is quantum entanglement. It's not going anywhere now. Not in this dimension. It's here. It's not going anywhere. I think we're whatever's doing this, whatever this phenomenon is. I truly do believe it's about quantum entanglement. I mean, at the science level. So these shifts are going to stick. It's not going to. Some people say they've been witnessing flip flops. I've never seen a flip flop in anything. If you see a reality shift of something that wasn't there, like a building, I'm willing to bet that it's not going to ever shift back to what you remember it.
Wow.
Well, there's an Arby's.
Wait, Teresa, hold your thought. Can you hold your thought just for a second? Jelly was saying something too. Just to give her a chance. I'm sorry, Jelly. Go ahead.
Okay.
That Arby's up there, it's totally gone, and it was just there.
Which one?
The Arby's that was up the street. Well, in the town way far away.
Oh, wow.
But it's gone. I mean, the sign's still there and everything else, but the Arby's, just is gone. The building is gone. And how did they take it down in just a couple days?
Well, I've got a story I've never told because I can never prove it. So I'll share it with all of you since we're at the end of a show. It's probably a safe place to lay it down. There was a Kentucky Fried Chicken in my town, the same place where I saw the reality shift of Chick-fil-A, pretty much really just down the street. I saw the Chick-fil-A building shift into a new building, and I saw the name change from CHIC to CHIK within a week or two. There was a Kentucky Fried Chicken, a KFC. Driving by it one day on the way to the gym. The next day, maybe it was in the evening, but within 24 hours, I drive by it again, and it is scrapped. It is gutted. It's like it was never there. And I swear this is true. I've never told the story because then I saw an article come out in the local paper saying that they had moved out overnight. I've never heard of any company. Maybe there's companies that do that help because they don't want to be embarrassed and have it done over a period of time and whatever. That's possible. But I still had a weird feeling about it. I mean, within 48 hours, that place was completely, 24 hours, right? See, yeah, 24 hours, completely gutted. How is that? It's like it was never there. There was no trace of the KFC at all. No signage, nothing in the building. I stopped and looked at it, and I wanted to interview people around there because there was some people saying, like the guy from the Starbucks next door in the article says that it was really strange. He came to work that morning, and it was like KFC was never there. Those were his words.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Teresa, you were saying, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. Do you remember what you were saying?
No.
Oh.
I forgot what I was talking about.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
What's something important?
But my question is, all of us are wondering, where is this headed? What is the reason?
I brought that up tonight.
What's wrong with that?
I didn't get to check the chat at that particular time.
Well, it goes back to the labor pains, the September 23rd sign, and everything's going to increase as we get closer. And the Bible talks about the great deception, and the ones that don't want to believe the truth, that are under the veil, so they don't even wake up. By the way, my mom thinks they're clones.
It's very well possible. I mean, yeah, like I'm almost very certain at this point. My ex-wife, she's one of those clones, and I'm also sort of wondering if I'm questioning if my sister is one of those. I'm praying for her that she comes around and sees these changes. I did ask her. Now I'm going to put this out there about the CDC, because pretty much everyone that I've talked to, they say it's the Center for Disease Control, but apparently it's been the Centers for Disease Control since 1980. I did my research on it, and it's not one of my own Mandela effects. Somebody suggested, and I'm thankful. It's just, and my sister admitted that it was the Center for Disease Control. So I think she's slowly kind of waking up. Are you guys noticing anything? Maybe family members coming around?
Not anymore. Nope.
They're just rejecting you totally?
They're slipping back into the reality they were in before I even mentioned it to them.
Well, Jelly, along with everyone else here in the chat, are going to be praying with you. And I thought about offering a prayer request at a different time, of course, too. For anyone too.
Well, so, hey, why we got Life Matrix in here? Are you on a date, buddy?
Have you guys been, not shooting the stuff, but have you guys noticed a lot of chemtrails lately? A lot.
Yeah, Life. Because I work inside a safe. Okay, inside a building. I don't really get out much. But for those of you who are always out and about, I have noticed the chemtrails. I'll be honest with you. I have noticed them.
Like really bad. I think they're trying to cover up something. Are we allowed to talk about Nibiru?
Well,
that's never brought up.
That's
about the everybody. I've been seeing pictures of sightings of another planet.
That could be maybe that.
In the sun. I don't know how much Life Matrix talks about that, and I just want to get his views on what he thinks.
It could have been.
To
me, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. I think Nibiru was sort of a psyop to get people to possibly, because it woke me up. Nibiru and the flat Earth brought me to Mandela effect. I mean, so I'm thankful for that. But as far as Nibiru,
can that be affecting our reality, the planet, besides other things?
I'm not a scientist. I work in the field of IT, but I mean, there's many different theories floating around about Nibiru. They kept claiming it was supposed to come in December. Well, guess what? We're still here. We're still alive.
Yeah. I have a funny story about that. I had I used to live with Terrence Smith of Home Improvement. He was the young child in that show. And I lived with him back in 2003 with his girlfriend, which was a friend of mine. So we shared a house in Sherman Oaks, which was a house he grew up in. And we went through the whole thing with Planet X. And he went and bought all these supplies and just packed a freaking garage with all these, supplies. He bought a big telescope. And we were hunkering down, waiting for Planet X to hit. So it was like we all believed that this thing was a real narrative and that it was coming, it was happening. I personally do not believe Planet X is a real thing, Nibiru. I believe this construct is nowhere close to being what they've taught us. So you got to relook at stuff. You got to like think outside of the box, so to speak. And if I see a planet in the sky, first thought's going to be, okay, well, they've gotten really good at Project Bluebeam, and then we'll see. I mean, I believe this construct is dimensional. You guys have heard me say it before, and I think that's not even a good way to describe it. I think you can't even use a word to describe where and what this is. That's where I am with it.
Brian, I wonder if that Project Bluebeam had a lot to do with my picture of my city in the sky. What do you think?
It could be what they're planning. I'm leaning toward AI. I think they're going to offer us a possibility of living forever, maybe, and that you won't die if you take this certain chip. And I'm not going to take it. It's in the Bible. Don't take whatever chip they offer you. I wouldn't take anything that they promise you. If they promise you something big, it's probably got a consequence, especially if it's free, because we all know Microsoft Windows with the Nazi symbol in their logo. The Microsoft Windows 10, they pretty much upgraded people without them letting them know. And because Microsoft got into a huge lawsuit over it, they're not actually going to charge people, I think, for Windows 10, which is great on their part, but still. And also, not to mention, see, I'm an IT guy, and all the, like, if you go with the express settings rather than customizing it, we all know what happens when you do that when you install software. You tend to get other programs that monitor you and other unwanted stuff. So they did put, I think, a lot of surveillance into Windows 10, which is why I moved to Mac. I think I feel safer on my Mac than I do on Windows, honestly. But that's just my opinion. We were talking about AI a little bit yesterday, Life Matrix. I'm not sure if you got to listen at all, because I know you're busy and everything. But we were talking about AI, and me and Rena had an experience, and Teresa, where I shared my yearbook. I can show you my yearbook right now.
Wow.
And it's
Rena, is that her name?
Yeah, Rena Jaceel. Yeah.
Yeah, she's in the room here with us, I think. So yeah, she's in the chat room. We talked last night. She told me the story. Wow.
Incredible, because the A, it was just a normal A, and it changed to IA, as if it's trying to tell us backwards, AI.
Oh.
And then I know it's a far fetch, but I know Weird Al, if you look at Weird Al, it looks like Weird AI to me. Anyway, I don't know. I'm seeing AIs everywhere too. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What about things changing right in front of you, Brian? I didn't tell him about that.
That one did change in front of me. It like the next day.
No, I watched it change. Literally, I was literally looking at residue for Chick-fil-A, and it literally changed in front of me to CHICK. I literally watched it, like, morph into it, and that freaked me out. That's not the first time that's happened. What do you think about that one?
Life Matrix. Do you have any examples?
I visually witnessed changes right before my eyes, and I'm like, I couldn't freak out at work because it's on my lunch hour, and I'm sitting there and I'm texting Brian like, Brian, you know, because I have an hour lunch, and I literally witnessed the change right in front of my eyes. Literally changed.
I have never, and my heart goes out to you, because that's got to be pretty freaking trippy. I have never, as far as I know at this point, seen an actual change right in front of my eyes. Rena was telling me a story last night about that she has had these experiences, and that's pretty trippy. I'll let you know if it happens. I'm good if it doesn't. It's pretty weird.
It freaks me out. I'm like this, and this is my favorite thing now. It's beyond the realm of possibility. You know what I mean? Remember, Brian?
Yes, beyond the realm of possibility. Only.
Yeah, that's my thing now, and I'm giving it to Brian.
It's like the Twilight Zone, and every time I see, like, your logo, Life Matrix. I love your logo too, by the way, brother. It reminds me of that tunnel in the Twilight Zone in the intro.
Yeah, that's a mandala, not a Nelson Mandela, but a mandala, and I just think I really love the full spectrum of the rainbow. I'm into the chakras, that whole thing. So it just represents, I believe, just how I feel about life in general and people and just, you know, the vibrancy of life and happiness.
Here's another thing I want to ask, since you mentioned colors, and colors have certain meanings in this in reality. And what I was wondering, I'm posing a question to you guys, if you remember ever just having one favorite color, and now it's like everyone has 2 or 3 favorite colors, and I'm wondering if it has to do something with that duality, you know, that whole like dual-mindedness with the Mandela effect. Because I have 2 favorite colors, and I'll tell you right now, blue and purple. I never had my favorite color as purple until recently, in the last couple years, and it used to always be just blue. So I'm wondering if you guys have any opinions on that either. Just wondering, putting it out there.
Yeah, I don't think there's been anything that I can say is related to the phenomenon connected to that. I do know that, you know, experiencing purple jacaranda, purple jacarandas is pretty amazing. You know, living in San Diego 20 years and never seeing a purple jacaranda. I think I started seeing them last year, but not to the degree that they are here today. I've never seen purple trees. You know, they're amazing.
Oh.
And
I'm gonna share with people purple jacaranda, like what you're talking about here. Let me this real quick. Okay, this is a purple jacaranda.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then we're seeing a lot of pink animals popping up here and there. I know people are trying to say, oh, well, they're just albinos.
Was that purple squirrel? Was that real?
I'm wondering. I'm starting to wonder.
But you know, some people have always been on a timeline, as we know, this is how it works, where the purple jacaranda has always been there. So I know for a fact that I did not live on a timeline where there was a purple squirrel either, for that matter. Wow. That looks like that's a lot of purple squirrel, man. Really?
I know some of those could be, they're probably Photoshop, but still.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I haven't had any AI. I haven't had any AI experiences either to that question that I'm aware of, except for when I was on the live cast, and it felt very AI-ish when you could tell I was sharing a video, just a video part of a YouTube video that was copyrighted. I'm like, wow, that's definitely freaking AI that's doing that. I would guess that just blew my mind. It was telling me it was going to shut down my Google Hangout, my cast, if I didn't stop sharing it, and I could also possibly get a copyright strike. I was like, wow, that was trippy.
I heard about that, and they actually, like, for playing like 5 seconds of, I think I played I was doing a Bible study, like, but I played for 5 seconds of Dido's music. They shut me down on that one. I have to redo that video or try to edit it and then repost it, and I'm gonna lose all those fresh comments that were on there. That's kind of rude of YouTube to do that.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
It's fine. It's just surprising that it's that smart that it can see you even sharing a video. Wow.
Yeah, definitely. We've got to have an alternative source other than YouTube. Maybe something that another, you know, kind of like Pirate Bay. You know, I'm going to mention that real quick because that's like the Hydra. You cut off a head of the dragon and then another head pops up. We got to have some kind of resource to that where if our videos, I worry about my videos. I don't know about you. I worry about mine being taken down because I've done so many in a short length of time. So I'm asking all my subscribers out there, if anyone wants to help me build clones, and that way, in case the videos ever get destroyed on my end, that they'll still be there for people. You know, I wonder about that sometimes with the AI. What do you think?
Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. And, you know, downloading as much as you can yourself and asking other people to save your work on their drives. You know, that's not connected to the internet is what a lot of people say. You know, I'm really surprised that, I mean, in this reality, most of us know that CERN created the World Wide Web, which blows my mind.
Yes.
So, and it freaks me out because CERN, obviously, there's a very likely a possibility of a demonic connection to CERN, and so we are literally in CERN's web. I mean, literally, we are literally in CERN's web, talking about CERN, talking about reality shifts. It's a little weird. I mean, if we were really smart, we'd all turn off the freaking internet, go off in nature, and meditate. And honestly, I tried that. Honestly, I tried to crawl out of the web.
Okay, I think Teresa's having a crawling up the skin moment here. What's going on, Teresa? Are you okay?
What happens usually when that happens to me? I see something, right?
Yes. I know. I can tell when she's found another glitch in the matrix. Listen.
I have a panic attack. My savers, the A is now a 6 upside down. I'm gonna take a picture of it. Literally, I'm staring at my savers bag. I went to a festival about a month ago, and they gave these huge big bags out free. And I'm staring at the bag, and now on the A, it looks like a 6. I'm going to take a picture of this. I'm sorry, I have panic attacks when I see stuff like this. It literally looks like a 6.
Oh, can you send me that picture real quick? And what?
I'm doing it right now.
Okay.
I want you to see this. This is crazy.
I'm okay. I am going to mention someone. This is nothing. It's not like a personal thing with any personal information, but Clayton Althouse has mentioned to me. He says here, Brian, I'm freaking out. In the reality, I'm from Augusta, Georgia, was the capital, not Atlanta, and Flagstaff was the capital of Arizona, not Phoenix. And I'm pretty sure Provo was the capital of Utah, not Salt Lake City.
Oh my gosh!
Have you heard about this? I'm having that sort of experience with Knoxville and Nashville. I can't really say which one was which. The capital of Tennessee.
Oh.
I can tell you that I know from history, Savannah was actually the capital of Georgia at one time when Atlanta was burned down by William Sherman. And then the capital shifted back over to Atlanta. So I know capitals can change, but it's like if it happens here recently, that's got to be a glitch, for some people. And I understand people have personal Mandelas too. So yeah, I'm not sure if you're listening, Clayton, but thank you for bringing that up. I appreciate you, brother.
Brian, look at the savers real quick. That A is now a 6 upside down. That was not like that. I go to savers all the time.
Okay, here's another. This could be a personal one. Let's see if you guys know about savers real quick.
Look at the A. It was not like that.
You guys see that?
6.
The A in savers is lost the stem.
You see? They come to me.
Yes, and look at the E.
Mandela's come to me. I'm sitting here trying to relax, doing the show, and the bag is staring at me, and I look at it, and I'm like, no. They literally follow me around.
Okay. Do you have a lot of those Life Matrix? You have like a pretty good fan base there, and I know some people are having similar experiences. Have you had any like that? Like a WTF?
I hear about it mostly from you, Brian. Like, I mean, I've gone over your work and I've seen your stuff on logos and so forth. So I would say your channel has probably been the most informative for me around that. I haven't really focused on, those types of things as much. I'm more interested in seeing like things like the hotel shifts and things that I can see in my own reality, like the tree that popped into my girlfriend's yard the other day. And she was like, oh, they could have just put it in. I'm like, babe, they did not just put that tree in. That's old growth. And it's almost like the Matrix is messing with me. It's like it knows the path, and it's a path I go down with her to go to the jacuzzi. And I'm like, all of a sudden, there's a little coconut tree-looking thing there, right in the way we would usually walk. Pretty cool.
I had a similar experience with that. I'll tell you. There's like this dumpster that I go out to practically every day when I leave work to take the trash out. And there's a brand new tree that popped up out of nowhere. I have a similar experience.
So that stuff is real, and most people will just be like, "Oh, I must have misremembered or whatever," and they just go on with their day. But because we are awake and awakening, we can see these things and go, "Okay, we're not crazy. It's really real. It's really happening." You know, hyper awareness. 2 cups of coffee, 2 to 3 cups of organic coffee will get you there.
Rena wanted me to bring up the Hyatt Hotel.
Yeah, we've been talking about it. Yeah, she was on the phone with me last night as I was investigating it.
It's crazy. Let's look at that logo. I'll screen share it with you guys.
The actual logo. Yeah, she told me there was a difference in the logo. I hadn't noticed.
I'm gonna share with you guys. Look, it looks like a rising sun, like the house of the rising sun, pretty much. And look at it, and you can't tell me it's been like that since 1990. Look how, hey guys, yeah, was it ever like that? That's what I want to know. Do you guys remember that? And I know, like, Logopedia has got to be making a fortune right now with all their advertising because everybody's checking it now. Oh man, it's great. The Mandela effect is awesome, isn't it?
It's the most exciting thing that's happened to me.
It is.
It really is. So far.
Yeah, it is for me too. I'm not all about gloom and doom because I know, like, I have the Lord Jesus with me, so I know I'm fine. I have been attacked, as you guys know. I've been attacked. Matrix. It happened like we had that broadcast together. You invited me on there, and I appreciate that. It was after that I had been attacked by a spirit being or somebody, some AI or something. I'm not sure what it was, but me and Rena experienced that, and I'm sure she probably told you all about that.
I didn't hear that much about it, no.
Oh, okay. This thing was answering me. Like, everything I asked it and told it, it was answering me.
Oh, she did mention this. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Too much of a coincidence to say it was just background noise or echoing. Which is what I thought it was. I thought it was one of those things where it was going to disconnect us, but it actually stayed on.
You guys, I don't think these are, I mean, I'm not saying there's not demonic beings, okay? But I don't think that ghosts per se are ghosts. I think it's possibly, you know, I'm not saying it's true, but I think it's bleed over from other dimensions. That's what I believe.
Yeah, or it could be Blue Beam testing out their stuff. Who knows?
Could be.
So anyone else in the chat? I'm gonna check the chat real quick. I know we're kind of winding down here, and I know we went a little bit over time. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's perfect. Yes, good energy. That's right.
I appreciate you inviting me in, and let me know when we get this Mandela effect reality shift dating site together. I'm ready.
Yes, sir. I will let you know, brother. I've got some really great ideas, and
I mean, I'm joking, but I'm not. Like, we need to bring together the effect. I don't want to say it like that. We want to bring together the people that are awakening to this.
That's
like
right.
You were talking about, Brian. It's hard. It's hard. Not that I want to diss my girlfriend, but it's really hard to be with people that are not seeing the changes and not caring about the changes. I think there's a lot of people out there would love to share their lives with people that are awakening to the phenomenon. I'm being real about it. Like friends, lovers, whatever. I think it's something that's really needed, actually.
I know, and at least something to compare to. Like you can say, okay, well, you're 99% compatible with this person. You're having similar memories. I think that would be great, even as an effective, like, just social networking tool. I think it would be really awesome. I have some really great ideas. If I can get somebody to put together a large spreadsheet with just like top 100 Mandela effects or something like that, and then Mandela effects could be added monthly. Like, we could be getting monthly.
Well, you know about Lone Eagle. He's done the spreadsheet.
All right. Well, I'll get in contact with him then, and see what we can come up with, brother. I'm all ears. And I do have a developer standing by, but I just I haven't met the guy, so it's kind of like one of those shady things. It could be. I don't know. He hasn't done any work for me, but I'm anxious to see what he can do.
It'd be super easy to put it in the Access database.
I want to make sure. I want to make sure that we filter out any fake profiles, because I'm tired of that. You get on these dating profile sites and they're all a bunch of fakes or catfishes out there. I want to prevent all that.
Hey, you guys, that sounds great. That sounds great, Brian. I encourage that. Hey, you know, Scarab told me the other day I had seen the Google change where where we now have a capital G in Google, and we always have. But the one that really threw me off, even more recent, was the fact that eBay's never had a capital B in it.
Oh, yeah, I know that's another one. That one is so crazy.
That is so crazy. It used to be E capital B A Y. In fact, my consciousness experienced my consciousness experienced eBay with an E. I'm pretty much the minority. Not too many people did. There's not really any reality residue of it. But man, I'm telling you, I used to think they should call it eBay with an A. It used to bug me because I'm like, why do they call it Ebby? And my consciousness totally experienced that reality. But it's so weird to see eBay doesn't have a capital B now. Bizarre.
Well, I found some residue in like Weird Al has this song, right? I'll buy it on eBay, and I found residue. Somebody posted in the lyrics of the song. It says eBay with a capital B, and I know Rena's found me some excellent residue too.
eBay.
Yeah, there's plenty of residue. It's just I feel like as time goes on, we're going to see less and less residue. I think the AI is wiping it out little by little. So we all have a choice. We have the choice to either accept this new reality and that it keeps changing, or that we try to cherish what we have and hang on to it, because we've already lost a lot of it as it is.
Well, look, all we have is the present moment, my friends, regardless of what happens.
That's true. Hey, I'm really glad you could come on tonight, Life Matrix. Thank you. I'm sorry for putting all that pressure on you.
No, I was just having some grub at the vegan restaurant, man. I'm happy to come on. Thank you so much. I love all you guys.
Hey, that's cool, brother. We'll talk to you later, okay?
Talk to you later.
Matrix, I love your videos.
Thank you so much.
You got so many fans out here. It's unbelievable.
I was just watching it yesterday, and it was like, I didn't expect to be able to talk to you. That was a coincidence.
Well, thank you so much. I had taken a hiatus for a while because I had some freaky stuff happen to me too, and it, you guys all know it can be consuming.
Yes, yes.
And I just encourage anybody that's going through this to definitely take time out. We all know, go to nature, get outside, ground with the earth, get some sunshine wherever that sunshine is. There's still a world out here that, 99% of the time you're going to experience it as your original world. You got to step away from the computer matrix. You really do. I have to, even. Like, I'm telling myself that.
Well, and I know we depend on our cell phone. I actually thought about leaving my cell phone at home one day just as an experiment. And of course, I'd probably have to post it on Facebook, or people thought I was dead or something.
That's the kind of world we live in. I think, Brian, even like I look, I'll pledge this. I'll start driving with my cell phone in my trunk more often now. I'm going to start with half the day when I'm in my car, my cell phone will be in the trunk. That way I'm not tempted to look at it. That's where we'll start, for me anyway.
Yeah, I just will toss mine in the back seat. No temptation there.
But yeah, you guys, get back to nature. We got to find our way back. And nature seems to be one of the main keys, for me at least. I think I always feel better. When we spend time in nature, it really helps you guys. Go get a massage. Get a massage too. Get some healing work done.
That all sounds really nice. Some of us could really get a great benefit out of a good massage or acupuncture or something, for real. Like,
yeah, don't forget about ourselves in this process. Take care of yourself.
All right. Well, good night, you guys. I'm going to end the broadcast. Thanks for checking us out, and that was really great for you to show up. Thanks again, Life Matrix.
Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it very much.
God bless you, man.
God bless you.
All right. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.